Oh, what's up, y'all? I'm gonna give people a little moment to get in here. Y'all excuse me. I'm digging around in my pocket. I picked some peas this morning. Oh man, tap on. Oh, no, that don't apply to me. What's up, whoever this is? How you doing? One person. Tell your friends to come on, whoever. This pigeon pea. A child, I don't know. Probably not. No, you're not. Not at all. Here. Invite guests. Copy. Uh-oh. Go back. Hello, whoever the second person is. We just waiting a few minutes. Aisha will be with us momentarily. Um, Indy 500. Indy 500. What's up, Aisha?
Hey, how are you?
Girl, we in this thing.
Like, am I here?
I'm getting ready to press some. You say you doing what?
I was in the wrong studio.
Oh, that's all right. I thought I sent you the link. I clearly didn't. I don't know what I remembered, but it wasn't the correct thing.
How are you today?
I'm good. It's pretty out here today. But we finna get some 29 degrees tonight, girl. 29.
Not 29.
Honey.
You
Tonight.
getting colder faster than I am. We're going down to 41 Tuesday night, and that's like the lowest it's getting
It's
to.
been.
So I still got a little bit of time to try to get some of my trees like
What's up,
covered.
Spence 62? Or did I say that right? I hope so. What's up, GT Junior?
So I want to show y'all this bullshit I found this morning.
Oh Lord.
Can I
I
say
got
that
some
on the
I got
live?
some leaf footy bugs I'm finna go get in just a second. I was finna go in the house, which I am in a minute, but I'm finna get these leaf footy bugs.
I'm gonna be outside with a BB gun. I'm gonna be shooting mice, y'all. Can I say that on the live?
That's
Turn
how
this.
you know the weather good. The baby's outside running.
Let me. I can turn this. Can I? Oh no, I want to turn it. Okay. Back to.
9 degrees. You win, GT. You win.
Oh, it's going down
I'm
to
gonna
nine.
let you have that 9 degrees.
We have a fire. We on a fire ban right now because the wind and the dryness and stuff. But look at this shit.
What girl, what is that?
It was my tomato. It was until somebody
Oh
visited.
my God. They ate the hell out of that girl. It looked like a person came and did that, but I know they didn't.
Right. And it's like as soon as they ripen, I'm gonna show y'all another. See, I got some right here, and I be waiting on them. But whoever come to my garden waiting on them too. apparently. So I'm looking around, tomato everywhere. I don't know if y'all can see back here. It's a little
Yeah,
dry.
I see all them little particles.
Yeah. And then over here, I'm like, oh, you just traveling through my garden, eating my
Eating,
tomatoes.
eating.
I said, isn't even any seeds left in this one? Can
Girl,
I
and that see, let
now?
me be real with you. Pests make me sick, but they really make me sick when they eat your stuff up to where you can't even get the seed, to save seed, to even try to grow it again. That's the part that's take me out.
Man, this thing is dry. It ate the whole inside.
That's ridiculous. Y'all hold 1 second. I got some leaf-footed bugs to get. Y'all look at the sky.
So upset. I am so upset. I'm over it. I said I got my tomatoes to survive the other tomato. To survive, it's starting to produce again. And then that one was I think it's called a money maker tomato. And it's doing great now. But shit, every time something start to ripen, that tomato wasn't even finished ripening. Every time it gets to thinking it wanna ripen, here goes some asshole. Eating my
Baby.
stuff. And then they come every night. I
Oh
got
yeah,
a
let
video
me
to
tell you something.
upload.
In the animal world, you have to be diligent. You can't
Yeah.
you have to be diligent.
Yep. I put traps out, but last time I put them out, every trap had been touched, but it didn't catch anything. So I'm like, well, I hope they ain't figuring out the traps. It's just a snap trap. Cause
Can y'all
I
see the bees?
tried the humane ones. That shit didn't work.
Nah, that ain't working on Ricky the Rat.
Nah.
But y'all, the bees seem to have attracted. I mean, the callaloo seems to have attracted the honeybees, which I'm happy about.
Yes.
It's a bunch of them on this callaloo. I came out here this morning. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I haven't seen that many bees at one time in my garden the whole year.
Really?
Yeah, and if y'all remember, those that be rocking with me, remember I told y'all they were spraying real heavily this year because of the West Nile.
Mm-hmm.
They. So I'm almost positive that's why I didn't really see a ton of bees this year, was because of that heavy spraying they were doing, because they had gotten to a point they were spraying every other night.
That's too much now. They didn't even give it time to work. Shit.
Girl, that's cause I believe this mess don't work. These mosquitoes around here, I believe they just bathe in that stuff. I don't think it do nothing to them. Cause hell, when they spray it, it still be tearing me up.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm in my head like, really, I think y'all spraying in vain, because I don't think that stuff is working. I think it makes the mosquitoes stronger.
Well, maybe they
What's up,
just.
Miss J.K. Gordon?
Oh, let me show y'all what Shay gave me. I have a video actually, but I haven't posted it yet.
Okay, but we want to see it now.
Um,
We ain't got time to wait.
I'm gonna show you the ones I planted first. It's been getting dark so
Early.
early. So early. So I don't have a lot of time. I'll be having like 45 minutes, maybe an hour. So I've been planting 2 a day.
Yes, that's correct. I'm from Laura's Garden and
Yeah,
more.
some
Okay, cool. Yeah, I
some
thought I recognized your
mustards from
picture.
her. Who's that? I can't see.
Yeah, I can see it's some lettuce or something. Brassicas,
Mustard.
mustards.
Yeah. I got two. I got two mustards planted. I planted this one over here. Um, and then I got one. Oh, my daughter's supposed to cut the grass this weekend. I think she forgot. And then I put one over here. It was looking a little floppy when I first put it in, but it's looking good now.
Shit, I got the good job.
And then she gave me some kale that I planted over here in this what you call it, standing planting? What you call this? Got my kale.
Y'all think the 29 degrees gonna kill these leaf-footed bugs?
I hope so. Ain't it normally 30 and below start killing? Or is that plants?
Oh Lord, hold on,
Got a
y'all.
little leaf miner on it. But the kale look good so far. We planted like 3 days ago.
Oh Jesus, this is too much.
What you doing?
The babies killing bugs, killing bugs.
Oh,
This is too much. Okay, hello. I have to
and then,
get them while I see them, y'all. If y'all know leaf footed bugs, they will walk off on you, and you will
yeah, of
come
course.
back, and they be over there injecting your foods. I shouldn't say injecting, but y'all know the damage they do. They bite
Yeah, they
into
eat
your
off
stuff
your
and leave
stuff.
those. I don't know. It's some marks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They tear your stuff up.
Something was eating my plant starts too. I had to move them back to the porch. So they look thirsty, but this the other stuff she gave me. I got artichoke.
Oh,
I got some cabbages, some I think that's Brussels sprout, some
Shay
more
got it all.
kale.
That's for sure. She got it all.
I was like, okay.
It
And
ain't much.
I was like, let me give you some. Cause I was gonna go to the nursery, Anyway, she
Yeah,
was like,
yeah.
if you don't take these plants, they gonna die.
All right, Shay. I see Shay out here making that paper.
I'm
She out here making that paper.
listen. Shank need to be in the farmers market next year.
She probably will.
I'd love to have you. So I'm T minus 20 days to
Okay.
the farmers market.
It's
I
getting
mean to
closer.
the shipping shop. Yeah.
It's getting closer and closer.
Yeah. I'm
That's what.
happy. Also, lots of work to be done. Most of the planning part is done. Now I got to get to the jewelry because I had the
Yeah, that's
nerve
what I was
to
gonna
want
say. You
to.
probably got to make your jewelry.
Yeah, that's the thing that it's like, okay, now you got more work to do, girlfriend. So I'm supposed to be trying to get to work today too. And then I got to groom everybody.
Wait, you say you got to groom everybody?
I retighten all the hair in my house.
Oh, okay. I got you. I got you.
So except for my daughter, my oldest, I just retightened her, so she's still a little fresh. But everybody else gonna want to be fresh. Elijah talking about he want to dress like a king. I said, son, the Wiz, you gonna be the Wiz? We can
Yeah.
dress you like a king, and then because it's a costume contest, you
Okay.
supposed to be an elevated version of
Have the
your favorite
children
character.
have the children done their research? Have they seen the Wiz?
Now my children seen the Wiz.
Okay, good. That way they have a reference material.
Yeah. So he gonna be an elevated version of the Wiz, I think. Not in the robe.
He got to break down and start crying like Richard Pryor.
Right.
So I'm gonna need him to
Yeah.
have a whole skit together. You tell him he got homework.
Okay, I will. That could be a promo.
Hello.
We just watched the Wiz the other day to refresh. Okay. And I ain't talking about
Girl.
this movie came out before you was born, Mom. I'm like, it's still a good
Yeah.
movie.
It's older than me too, children.
Yeah, older than me, and it's a good one.
That movie came out when my mama was a kid actually. My mama was born in 60. Well, I say my mom was a kid. She was a teenager. But
Yeah,
that just goes to show you how old it is.
yeah,
Because
still
I
a
think my
good
mom was
movie.
in high school when that movie came out, if I'm not mistaken. Because I remember her saying they went to the movies to go see it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Now see the younger ones, like my DJ. I was like, go watch The Wiz. I don't know if you watched it.
Hello,
I'm
because I'm gonna
talking
need
to
you.
you.
I'm gonna need you to be on task. I'm gonna
I
need
don't
you to
know if
be on
your
task.
parents, yeah, but I need you to be in the groove. Like you might need to play some of them
Yeah.
some songs and stuff. Get on it. Cause she's my sister's age. So my sister's 10 years younger than me.
Okay.
And they went to college together. So they the same age. So they about, 28, 29.
Okay. Okay.
So if it's older than us,
Yeah,
it's
they in a,
definitely
they in
older than them.
they in another tax bracket, like I be saying. What's up,
Hmm.
Shay?
Hey Shay, I was just showing you the
Honey, let
stuff
me
that
tell
you
you
gave me.
something. When he quotes the Crow commandments, that's what take me out.
Oh,
The Crow commandment.
they wrong for that.
And I seen both of them. I seen the Wiz. I saw the Wiz on Broadway when
Was that
Stephanie
the one
Mills
with
did it the
Nia?
original time, and then she came back and did it again. And when she did it again, Mama took me to go see it. And so
Oh,
I saw the Broadway version and the movie. But
I have only
I saw the movie first.
seen. I don't know what you call it. I've only seen. Is it a live action? No, it was a performance. The one with Neo in there,
The new one.
the newest
Yeah, I know what
one.
you're talking about.
That's the only one I've
Move,
seen
baby.
besides, the actual movie.
Yeah,
And I
but yeah,
love that one. I was like, okay, Neo, I'm gonna
because if
feel
I'm
you on
not
the Tin
mistaken,
Man.
I think they did the Broadway one first, but I could be wrong about that. I could be wrong.
That sounds about right though.
But yeah, because Stephanie Mills was Dorothy when she was very young at the first one, and then when I saw
Hmm.
her, she was an adult then. Because like I said, they redid it, and she came back around and did it again. And I want to say I was 10 or 12 or something when I saw it, because they came to Dallas and they came to the Black Arts and Letters, and Mama was real into going to go see a lot of those plays at the Black Arts and Letters.
Yes, I know that's right, Mama.
Yeah, because it's a black man that created that. It still exists now. You can like a lot of time when I mean, all kind of plays come through. Broadway stuff, Chitlin Circus stuff, all kind of stuff. But the guy created it to expose the youth to the arts. Because they also have
Hmm.
a thing where kids can participate and they can do plays and write plays,
Oh, I
stuff
love
like
that.
that.
I've been and took my homeschoolers down there, like, and today
Yeah,
we're studying theater.
yeah.
We just went to this. We had a field trip to this place called Kiki Mats the other day. It's a black owned doormat company. So you get to come and like paint your own doormat. The
Y'all
kids
stop
had such
playing.
a good
Y'all,
time.
let me throw something at you.
What they
Don't
say?
mind these mutts. They up in here playing and I'm live and they barking and loud. Why do I have to have
Like
vocal
kids?
animals? Why my animals can't just be quiet? But go ahead. You say you took them to the black doormat.
Yeah, the lady does. She makes doormats like all these ones you could just go purchase. But then she
Yeah.
does like parties where you can come paint your own, and she did it for free for the kids.
Oh, that's cool.
So yeah, we all got to paint our own little family mat. I mean, I got one letter. I was like, "Can y'all save me a letter?" So I got to paint one letter. The two little ones really did the most of it. But it was nice. It was fun and to, take the kids so they could see like what entrepreneurship looks like or what,
Yeah, Shay, that's the one
black
she talking
owned
about.
businesses look like.
The one with Mary J. Blige is the
Yeah,
same one.
that's the same one. I think
Hmm.
Queen Latifah was in that too, wasn't she?
Yeah, it was
It
several
was a lot
people
of
in it.
people in there. They
What's up,
did a
Army
good job.
Chickadee?
Hey, Army Chickadee. I can't see y'all, but hey.
Shay, I think they do have the Broadway one on video. I think so. I think they do. Old as it is, they should, because I remember certain plays and stuff, they would film it. Like I went to go see a Tyler Perry play one time, and when they filmed it, the one that they released as the movie, that they filmed that in Dallas, because I went to go see
Mm.
that play, and I can't remember what play it was. It was whichever one where they started talking to the audience, and he said by popping that gum. That one, they was, yeah, because it was so funny because somebody was chewing gum and they was loud as hell.
Oh, why you chew gum loud enough for the people on to hear
But
you?
some people, they should outlaw those people from chewing gum. I have seen people like that. I don't even know how you make that gum pop like that. I
That's
still have not figured that
insane.
out. Cause I've heard people, they sound like, what's up, J3GS? I've heard people, they sound like a machine gun when they chew gum.
Mm. Just pop, 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 pop.
Yeah, yeah. Every chew is all these pop.
Hmm. Yeah, you got to
But
do that at home.
that's a learned thing, I think. I
I
don't
think
know.
so. I agree. Is this a weed? This is a weed. Or is this more of what I have, child? I don't know. So what you been up to in the garden besides the leaf footed bug?
The leaf of the bugs is running me ragged.
You said that
Um,
is what's up in the garden, huh?
but no, I harvested a bunch of peppers, so I'm gonna make some hot sauce. I um I harvested and dehydrated some roselle. Every day I've been harvesting peas.
Mm.
Because even when I was standing out there, I was harvesting some. What else? I've still been having the water. We haven't had hardly any water. Like rain.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't had hardly any rain. What else? Um, I mean, that's kind of mainly it. It's this time of year is actually kind of low
It gets
maintenance when it
slower.
comes to the garden.
Mm-hmm. Have you planted everything you
It's
want to
not.
plant for the fall
Yes,
and the
that I
winter?
now that reminded me. I did. I planted some beets. I planted some radishes. I planted some Swiss chard. So I'm waiting on that
Okay.
stuff to come up. So yeah, that's probably the other last thing that I did. I did top off some of my beds. I got a video coming up talking about that. I topped off some of my beds with some of my compost. I got a composting video coming to talk about something I'm gonna try in my worm bins. I've never done it before, but I'm gonna try it and see how it turns out. But yeah, it's
Okay.
been kind of
I mean,
it
some
ain't
of
been
that
too
stuff
bad.
in
It's
the
been kind of
fall is
laid back.
maintenance, you know. In the
Yeah,
fall, like you said,
yeah,
putting the compost down, or like I know
yep,
some people don't grow throughout the winter, so maybe adding the compost and covering your soil up.
yeah,
I know some
yeah.
people
Letting their
do what
beds
they call
rest.
like cover crops and just let
Yeah,
something grow that'll just cover the soil, but then they're gonna chop it down when they're ready to
yeah,
plant.
yep,
It's a lot to be done, but then
yeah. So I've been
it's
doing.
not as much time in the day, not as much daylight.
Yeah, that's true. What are they doing?
I
Oh, I
just got
see
a
the
lot of
remote.
stuff to try to cover up and move. Shay, I'm still planting the plants that you gave me. They are happy and healthy. Something tried to eat some of them, but I moved them, to be honest.
Shay so crazy. Shay said yes, so that all of our youth ain't trying to be rappers. Yeah, we're gonna have to do better about exposing our youth to throwing a ball,
Art.
catching a ball, and rapping. That's it's like, especially the YNs. That's all they want to do: throw a ball, catch a ball, and rap.
Yeah.
Speaking of the last football game the last home game was yesterday. So football season is effectively over for me. At least I don't anticipate going to any more games. Um, girl, them YNs they broke out into a fight,
At the game?
girl, and it wasn't even a crowd. It was the freaking football players on both
Oh
sides.
no. Look,
Them
y'all
YNs, when I
got
tell you
to.
it's videos on which call me on the internet when as they was fighting, people was like, "Watch in 2 seconds, this finna be on the internet."
Oh yeah, the internet is quick with it, baby. Y'all see my star fruit? Can you
I'm
see?
glad to know they're happy and healthy. Yeah, I can. Oh, star fruit.
They
They're
coming. I
pretty.
think I
Now
gotta
why?
cover this up though.
Now why your star fruit? I don't be noticing this, and maybe it's just the light. I don't know. The pink. I don't be noticing that on other people's star fruit plant.
The flowers?
I guess maybe the people don't be showing the flowers. I never knew what color they were.
Oh. Yeah,
People, people show the fruit. They
This
show the
my first
fruit, but
year
don't be
having it
showing the flower.
flower.
Yeah, they show the fruit, but don't never like for instance, Supreme got star fruits, and he'll show the fruit, but I don't recollect him showing the flowers. But I
And
could
they
be
so
wrong.
pretty.
They are. That's why I say I didn't know that it'd be that color.
Mm-hmm. So that's my little babies. I hope I got time. I'm trying to cover it up and leave it out here because I think I'll show y'all the pot. I got this pot from Fiesta. I feel like even in this big old pot. If I move it, it's gonna set it back some because it's probably
In the
going down
ground.
into the ground. Yeah. So I'm gonna try to see if I could cover it up. The key lime is right here too, being a little bit linked on by this Barbados cherry. But all three of these need to be covered up.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try to see if I can, scoop some more stuff up under them and cover them all together.
Yeah.
We'll see how that goes. Over here too, I got my guava. This is my pink guava. I'm going over there to mommy house to get some cuttings off my pineapple guava that I left over there, and I'm gonna plant that back too. The wind, you see, the wind has been so bad that it's leaning real hard, but it's big and healthy.
Yeah.
And I think same thing. I don't know if I want to try to drag that and my sour sop back here
Hmm.
into the garage, y'all.
I can tell you this since I have one, two, three. I have three guavas. The guava be all right out there. The sour sop, I ain't never grown it though. I don't know. Have you ever
I
left that
don't think
sour
the
sop
sour
out
sop,
there?
that sour sop ain't gonna
Girl,
make
I
it.
don't know.
I
That
think
sour
mommy's
sop
guava
made.
died. Mommy had two guavas that died in her yard. They were in
Really?
the ground. And this is a pink
Really?
guava. They are expensive.
Yeah.
I don't want to let this baby die. I don't know.
My guavas died back. They looked like they were dead and they came back. All
Hers did
three
not
of them.
come
And they
back.
not in the
Only,
ground. They in some pots. They in some pots. They
wow.
not in the ground.
Only
Um,
her
I
pineapple guava,
would.
which is my pineapple guava, which is the most cold hardy guava,
Okay,
is the only one
live.
that lived over there.
Yeah.
Because I knew I
See,
could leave that one outside. It's been
yeah.
outside since I
Yeah.
planted that one from seed too in San Diego, brought it home
Yeah.
and everything. So it should be fruiting next year, hopefully.
That if you have you ever taken cuttings from that pineapple guava and propagated them before?
No.
Take some cuttings, and if you successful propagating them, put me down for in the future. I may want some cuttings. I don't
Okay,
have
I will, because
pineapple.
that's what I'm
I
doing.
don't.
Because she
Yeah.
called the other day, called babe, talk about, oh, that sugar cane is real mature, it's looking good. I said, yeah, I'll be over there for a piece of my sugar cane too. I need to get a piece so I can bring it back to my house and plant it in my garden. Left my
That's
sugar cane over there, left my pineapple guava over there.
girl, but
What
yeah,
else?
I've never taken guavas
My
and
peach.
rooted them, but I think you can. I think I've seen people do it. But
I'm gonna
yeah,
try it just like I did the mulberries, like how you showed to do the cuttings.
put it
That's
in
how I've
the
been doing
dirt.
them ever since, and that's been working. Like put it in there and then cover it up with the plastic, keep the
Yeah.
moisture in there. That's been working for me. So I'm gonna try that, and I definitely will do a video. I'll definitely let y'all know if I get
Send
some. But I also want to share a bunch of cuttings. Like my elderberry needs to be cut back. My beautyberry needs to be cut back. If you're watching this
I
and
think
you
I'm gonna go
need cutting,
on you know that app 23. What is it? Something fresh or something where you can
Farm
share with
Fresh 247.
farm. I think I'm going to go on there and I think I'm going to offer free elderberry cuttings because that elderberry has got to be cut back. Those things grow so fast. And then not only that, before I never took care of it. I never watered it. I never did anything. But this year, once I finally figured out, oh, this is elderberry, I started taking care of it so that it would
Mm-hmm.
make berries. And I got berries and flowers. So it just blossomed. It
And
was
love it
it,
now. Now that you
yeah,
actually caring for it, huh?
yeah. Because before it was surviving, but it would never flower. It would never flower. Except for last year. That's how I figured out it was elderberry. I was like, this thing
Oh,
is
okay.
elderberry, but it had never flowered since I've been here. Because child, I was neglecting it, cutting it down, all this different type of stuff. Because I didn't even know what it was. And I'm telling you,
Yeah.
I could hear my granny in my head like, girl, stop cutting it down. That's something you need. And some say, okay, don't cut it this time. And when I didn't cut it, I just let it grow last year. And I'm like, I don't know what this is. And I'd be doggone if it didn't put elderberry flowers. I said, this is an elderberry growing right here on the property. And I'm sitting up
Right
here about to
here.
buy elderberry and do all of this stuff.
He out here fighting for his life.
Homeboy said he
Fighting
was
for
gonna
some
let me know.
acknowledgement.
He said, I'm finna tell her what's up. She keep cutting me
Okay.
down. She cut me down at the knees. Shay say her star fruit is a disaster. The wind keeps blowing the fruit off.
It happened
I,
again, Shay, since I went over there. Cause when I went over there, she had her fruits was bigger than mine, but they was knocked down. I said, "Oh no!" But there was still some on the tree, so the wind's still doing that. And I heard it's supposed to be real windy tonight and tomorrow
yeah,
too.
because New Orleans got a gale winds advisory. And if New Orleans getting some of that wind, y'all gonna get some too.
Yeah,
Because I think that wind
dang,
is coming off. It's coming off the Gulf. I think that's where it's coming from.
and it's coming. I'm about to redo my green stock, y'all. I got a few things in here still alive, but I think I'm gonna try to put some of the brassicas Shay gave me in here.
That'll be good.
And
I be
mm-hmm.
seeing people like Clausen World and stuff putting brassicas. I think that was Clausen World. Somebody put some brassicas in that green stock. They didn't have no problem. They grew
Yeah.
good.
There's one
I
girl that
think
I
it,
watched becoming a farm girl. She only grows in green stalks because of her spacing. And she grow everything in them.
yeah, yeah. I've seen people grow tomatoes in them before.
I have a cherry tomato. Oh, I just harvested my cherry tomatoes off of here, but I could show you. I don't have no structure. You know, green stalk has all these little things that you can use to
Yeah, the
pop
add-ons
your
and the
yeah.
options and
I ain't have all that, but
watering trays. They got all kind of stuff.
yeah, I just let my tomato just hang where it wants to hang.
Yeah.
But it has tomatoes on it. It's just hanging where it wanna hang.
Let me see. She say, I'm gonna have to put my tree in the house. You talking about that star fruit? Shay,
That's what I'm
you
talking
crazy.
about.
She said, I
Cause Shay
bet.
was thinking about leaving it outside. I said, I don't know. I'll tell y'all the trees I took inside last year, even though they're bigger this year. My star fruit, my key lime, because I've had a key lime die outside. I had my lemon die outside. Um, my Barbados cherries, my sour stop, my pink lemon. I got a tiny pink lemon tree. And I planted it the same time as the pink guava, and that pink guava is huge. The pink lemon is tiny. Um,
Sometimes, depending on the citrus, they can be kind of slow. Sometimes my
I'm gonna
citrus are
wait because I don't want to
they're
buy pink lemons, and I thought
yeah
they were
they're
cool.
they're the smallest. My citrus are the smallest trees I have. Despite my citrus, like my navel orange and my kumquat, I
Hmm.
those are two of the trees I've had the longest. I have had them the same amount of time I've had the two peach trees, the two pear trees, and that apple tree. And y'all have seen they dwarf those citrus trees. Citrus trees, like
Hmm.
I said, they can be slow. Um,
As
you
long
know,
as it's still alive and looking
yeah.
healthy, I'm a,
Look, if it's because see my navel orange when it gave me fruit, girl, that tree was 3 foot tall. Do you think I cared? It had fruit on, and the fruit was good too. Them was some of the best oranges I had in my life.
mm.
I ain't never had oranges taste that good before. And then you get a chance to let them get all the way ripe instead of they picking them oranges early and so them
They ain't
oranges
got no
don't be all the
choice.
way
So
ripe.
if
Shay
you
say, I
only
bet
eating
collards,
from,
mustard, Swiss chard. What is she looking at? She looking at something like, oh, I was finna say, oh, you was looking like someone was finna attack you.
no, I
I'm
started
like, if
listening.
something finna happen,
No,
oh, okay. Shay say, I bet collards, mustard, Swiss chard, and kale would go good in the green stalk. And then she said,
I
oh,
think
yes,
so.
please put me some for beauty. Oh, Shay said she want a beauty berry cutting.
Okay, I
And that
got you.
and Shay, that beauty berry will root. It'll root real easy. I rooted mine and then I can't even lie. My ignorant behind, I didn't water it and I killed it. I forgot to
You
water
want
that.
me to
So,
send you some more?
yeah, you don't have to be in no rush, but yeah, you can send me some.
Well, I need to cut it back anyway. So this beauty berry is planted right behind my. This is my room right here. So
Oh,
when
so
I'm
you
inside, it
you
be
look out on the beauty berry. Oh, it be
it be
on the blinds on the
girl
I mean
be
the
scratching
screen.
up, making all kind of noise. I'm like, be
Yeah,
quiet. And there's
You
no
be
reason it does not need to be this tall. Like it don't
yeah,
have to be this big. I can
girl, you be
definitely
like somebody breaking in, somebody breaking in.
right. I'm
That's
like,
how
what
my
the
bushes is in the front. My camellia in the front. I need to cut that camellia down some because when the wind blow, it be on the windows just, and I be like, nope.
I'm like, pipe down, bruh. Pipe down. That's the thing about small space gardening. People been asking me like, well, you got all them fruit trees, how much space you have? I'm like, shoot, I got to prune them. I got a backyard. I just got to prune them. But it helps me to share,
Yeah,
like I don't just prune them and throw it out. I'm gonna find somewhere. I like Farm Fresh 247 too. Um, I'm gonna put a lot more stuff on there. I'm not as consistent as I should be. And I follow them on Instagram and TikTok. And the guy that started it, he's in Atlanta. What I really like about him, like they do classes, in the community. Like if somebody in the community
is
know how to do canning, they'll do canning classes. They do homeschooling classes with the kids out in the
that
garden and teaching them how to grow the food, use the tools and stuff. They have people. They have been linking people who have more land than they have either skill or time to other people who don't have the land they're able to like have a plot, work on their own plot, and also help that person with the land. Like I really just love the community building that I see from him, and I'm like, but he's in Atlanta, so I'm like, oh, I need to be the Houston person and start, connecting people because y'all is gonna starve my people. That's what you're not about to do.
yeah, that's true.
And
Girl,
right now, it's
is
looking
that
real like they trying to starve folks.
I wonder is are they so it was a video I watched on YouTube that it was some people in Atlanta and they had I think they had number one more than one location for a farm. Did they get ate up too?
I think it might be some seeds in this one though,
Okay.
like a few. I'm gonna try to get the seeds out of there, I guess.
But girl, they had and they were doing something. At least they had people out to the farm and they were teaching people about all the different plants, the greenhouses, different things. And then they even had little culture breaks where they was dancing, they was doing some other stuff. It was a bunch of stuff. I wonder is them the same people, but if they not, they probably know each other by them both being
Probably.
in Atlanta. Because apparently the video I watched, I can't remember the name of the organization, but they have a name and but they have more than one plot of land in Atlanta because by being in an urban area, they couldn't buy a huge swath of land, so they
In
bought
one spot.
something here and something there. I think they have maybe two, three, four pieces of land in different parts of the city, and the different parts of the city they all seem to be really in black areas. Um,
Okay. That's what I'm trying to do.
so
If I could, baby, let me give me a little plot in Trinity Garden. We'll have a Trinity Garden Farmers Market on Lockwood, a homestead.
it's something similar in Chicago as well. There's an organization. They have several little plots of land throughout the South Side. One of them is at a
I
school.
think I saw that one.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
they be on Instagram posting because they do a mobile farmers market as well. They do other stuff
Hmm.
too. You can come there and you can intern per se, and you can learn if you don't know anything about growing. You don't have to know nothing. They'll start you at ground zero, and you can
I
go
love
and
that.
learn, and you can learn how to grow, and then they even get into learning how to run a farm, learning how to what I'm saying. So they teach all of that type of stuff, and they willing to do it because while you're there learning, you're helping the farm because you're doing the work because that's how you learn and you're gonna learn it by doing it.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
That's what I'm talking about.
my friend in Chicago didn't know nothing about it, and I had to tell her about it. I said, "Girl, you're gonna have to stop." She works so doggone much, and I get it that you work, but there are some things that she's coming to realize about her profession. It's not exactly what she thought it was going. You know how you get into something, and sometimes you cool with it at first, but then you figure out that's not your passion. I think that's
Mm-hmm.
what it is, and she's starting to realize that, because really, to be fair, she just picked getting a nursing degree just out of the clear blue sky. Her auntie was a nurse. Oh, my auntie was a nurse. She was making a lot of money, and she ain't thought nothing about it's more to life than money. So I think she's starting to realize that. And I said, girl, you be working so hard, but you're not really working towards anything that you're passionate about, because this other stuff she want to do. She want to help the community. She want to, she has a good heart for nursing because she's a very helpful person. But like I told her, I said, yeah, but you a little different. I said, because you want to help everybody and you want to do it for the right reason. I said, a healthcare,
and that ain't the industry you in.
Yeah, the healthcare profession, and it leaves the good nurses out to dry, because they could be well-meaning people, but they have to work within that industry, and that industry is about money,
and that's it.
First and foremost,
sickness, really, because if people aren't sick, you really don't make money. So it's not even like, it's sad because you have a heart to care and you really think you care. That's like when I became a personal banker. Well, I thought I was there just to help people answer their questions and stuff like that. They're like, you're a seller. You sell credit cards, you sell mortgages, okay? You sell bank accounts and CDs and stuff. And they want me to sell CDs, but we barely give any type of interest back for you. Move your $10,000 over here. They barely gonna give you anything back for it, but move it over here though. I'm like, y'all want me to sell this stuff and it ain't for the people.
Yep.
I thought people, when they needed help with their banking, or they needed advice, or they needed to start a new journey, like, oh, kids, it's their first bank account stuff. Let me teach you how to use your debit card, or if you're gonna get a credit card, hey, just get your gas paid off. Nah.
Yeah.
They was like, you selling. How much did you sell today?
Yep.
That's it.
Yep. That's it.
So it's tough.
It is, because the lady who did the mortgage on my house, when she did my mortgage, she was working at a bank, but not long after she quit working at that bank, and I ran into her, and I said, why you ain't at the bank no more? She said, girl, they the customers and I'm not gonna do it. I said, so
she said they what?
She said they want me to screw over the customers, meaning she said a bank wanted her to start basically selling mortgages to people that, so they look at your financials, they can tell more or less what you can afford.
If you're gonna be all right.
They want them to sell. So if they can afford a $500,000 house, but they come in there talking about they trying to buy a $200 house, $200,000 house. No, y'all go out and find something that's $300,000 or $400,000.
More expensive. Yeah.
Go find some, cause y'all can afford more than, but the likelihood of you staying in that house.
They want to come and collect on you. Or foreclose on you and take all the money that you were able to keep up with.
She said she wasn't about all of that. So she was like, she left that bank and she was like, I'm not doing it. I'm not gonna screw the customers. I'm not. So she opened her own lending. Because I mean, that's where the financial industry messes up at. So when you're dealing with those mortgage lenders, that license is in their name, not the bank's name. It's in their name. You go open up your own business if you got sense enough, because you already have the license. So she got that license and got whatever other credentials that she needed to open up her business, whether it was the LLC or whatever. Opened up her stuff and went on. And she got her own lending company, and she does not do predatory lending. She refuses to do that. So it's a few people out here with scruples, not many.
And sometimes you got to go through the hard stuff to get to who you're supposed to be. Once you get fed up, you be like, I'm gonna create it myself. Well, that's why you got fed up, because you probably would have never created it yourself. If you hadn't been so fed up.
GC Jr. says, I have kept $600 in a CD. It will be available with no penalties in a few months. Only made about $50 off of it. So GT know what we talking about.
And then if you take it out early, like he said, because it's a penalty. Don't think you just gonna come get your own money.
Yes,
because you need it.
He also said my dad wanted me to do it, so I had the extra money, so I did it 3 years ago.
I mean, I'm not
Pops
saying
was
that a
looking out
CD
for
is
you.
a bad thing. I'm just saying that the banks are making it seem like they're going to give you a whole lot of money. They
And
want you
then
to keep your money there so they can use it, and they don't want to pay you really anything back
yeah,
for it, and they want to penalize you for taking it out early. And you know, it's like when you go to these jobs and you thinking you helping somebody, that type of stuff. Maybe not everybody else feels strongly about that type of stuff, but I do. That's
see,
why I
and
beat
cause
it
I'm and
myself because
then
I don't like to treat people any kind of way. Or,
and
you
then
know,
yeah, and then on top of that, $50. So fifty
after
dollars,
3 years.
yeah, after 3 years, and correct me if I'm wrong, $50, what is that? 3% on 600? 1% is $60.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's almost 1%. You
1%.
got 1% back, give or take, in 3 years. Most
Yep.
terrible vehicle of investment. But see, once again, y'all know about trade. I'm a financial advisor, and let me tell you, like I told y'all, I'm getting the hell up out of that because. But I will say this, because I work for myself, I don't have to do some of this predatory stuff, and I don't do predatory things. I don't do anything in loans, to be fair with you. Most of the stuff I do is like if people come to me and tell me, I want to be able to retire at this age, or I have this many kids and I want them to have this amount of money when they get to be 18, or I want to have enough money to send them to college, or I plan those types of things. I mean, it could be anything. If they say they got a dream vacation and they 40 and they want to go when they 50, I show them how to navigate towards having that money. So I don't do anything predatory. And I wouldn't, even if I was given the opportunity. Some financial advisors do. Some financial advisors put your money in terrible investment vehicles and different things like that. To me, a CD is not horrible, but it's not the best investment vehicle. I'm like you, 1% in 3 years, child, please. And it's not even a full 1%, because
Yeah.
$60 would have been 1%.
But then they want you to sell that. Get them to move their money over here. Why?
Yeah,
Who
yeah.
needs that
And
business? When they do
explain to
that?
me, how do you sell that to a person without borderline kind of lying to them? Kind of.
Yeah.
Like, how do you do it? Because when you tell somebody you're going to get 1% back in 3 years, anybody with common sense should be like, that should be looking
Like
crazy.
that doesn't sound like a lot.
No, it's
Like
not.
for me, I could take that 600 and make some jewelry, and I have way more than 1%.
You could get $300 in supplies and probably still make more than $600 worth of
Absolutely.
gear.
Yeah. So I don't think it's CDs are a bad thing, but for me in the job, it was like sales stuff. And the CD was just an example because it's like they want you to bring all your stuff over, but they're not going to give you anything of value back for it,
Yeah.
and then they expecting us to sit there and make it seem like it's the best thing since sliced bread. Like you just gonna be financially free. And let's be real, with the cost of inflation, you damn near done lost some money
Yeah, you
by
have.
the time you pull it out.
GT said he just looked, it made a little over 50 cents a month. That's only $32 and some change. So he made half a percent over 3 years. But yeah,
Well,
Pops was good. Pops was
listen.
looking out for you. And let me be all the way real with you, because my granny used to be like this. Before I knew anything about money, I remember my granny used to be like, "Oh, get you an annuity, get this, get that," and people would tend to listen to my granny because my granny had more money than a lot of us, especially since she came from absolutely nothing. Like my granny, I done told y'all, she used to share crop as a kid to help her family make money. So they come from
Mhm.
nothing. So for her to die with, a little something, it wasn't all that, but she did pull herself up. But at the same time, once I got into financial advising, I realized that, okay, so annuities have a place, but they ain't for everybody. I've sold one annuity in 12 years. That should tell you something.
Wow.
Um, they're just not, like I said, it's a time and a place for annuity. It's not because annuities, just like most of these vehicles, they have penalties.
Mm-hmm.
They can have penalties, and then also some annuities, like for instance, if you win the lotto, you have annuity option. You can either get all your money up front, but they're gonna take out all the taxes up front. You know how some folks is. And go and get your money with all the taxes out. If you can't control
Right.
yourself and keep your money, that's on you. But they have an annuity option. Baby, the way they be parsing that money out in that annuity, you may as well, child, please. They be giving you little bits and bobs here and there on that money. You will never get all that money, but you can't even really live off of it by the time they get through parsing it out to you how they see
Right.
fit. What's up, Lynetta Lawrence?
What's
But
up,
yeah, it was
Lamar?
like GT said he gonna take that 600 and put it in some other endeavors involving entrepreneurship. That would be the best bet.
Yeah, I think that sounds great.
That would
I
be
know that there's a difference between people's level of risk, and the things they want to do. And I
it
think
is. It depends on what you're
CDs
trying to
are something that people who, because I don't like to play with my money neither, if I'm gonna be honest with y'all. So I think people, especially
do.
older people, who they feel a
Yeah,
sense of security in the fact that,
mhm,
like when you invest in certain things, it can go way up quickly or over time, but it could also go down.
mhm,
And I think that, some people's risk levels are
mhm.
different. And that's
Not
why
only,
stuff like
not
CDs and stuff are so popular. But it's
yeah,
like, man, sometimes you take a risk and like it'll change your life. Like you said, in entrepreneurial endeavor, like, how much can that bring back? That's life
yeah.
changing.
I also feel like my granny too. I think sometimes we forget that uh probably from boomers and anything before baby boomers, especially if they're black, what they were told about the financial industry, because we were told a whole lot of just basically flat ass lies about financial services, about different things that are out here. And I see it now. I see some of these lies have come back now where they're trying to tell you this is how the rich people have stayed rich and all this, but they negate the main reason how rich people stay rich. But they want to tell you about all these insurance policies and all this. I got news for you. That's not how them rich people got rich. That's not how they stand rich. It ain't got nothing to do with them insurance vehicles. None of that
Okay,
stuff.
I've
But
been hearing
they
that
be in
lately
there lying
too.
about insurance like, oh yeah. And I ain't gonna lie, I seen some black folks lying about it. And I said, oh, so who paying you to tell these lies? Because that's not how that works. Because I have a whole insurance
Are they
policy.
lying? Well, they lying, but are they? Do they even know they're lying? I feel like a lot of people are just repeating stuff
I
and
don't.
like
It
not
might be.
looking it
It
up.
might be.
I
It
had a
might be.
conversation with my mom last night, and I was like, "Mama, girl, where you heard that at?" Because she was like, "Well, look it up." I said, "Well, I'm gonna look it up, and I'm gonna
Facebook.
tell you
I heard
back."
it on
'Cause just
Facebook.
because you my mama and I love you, I need some background. Where did you get that from? Like,
Let me tell you, as somebody who has an insurance license, who's licensed in 4 states, when they come to some of this insurance stuff, they telling you they lying. Like I saw some on Instagram. I'm gonna tell you what they said. They was talking about several of the wealthiest families in the nation, and they were saying this is how they stay wealthy and never lose their wealth. And they compared the Rockefellers to the Vanderbilts. The Vanderbilts, they say, I don't know, because I don't even know if these people still living. They say the Vanderbilts ain't got no money no more. I don't know how true that is. They say the Rockefellers do. I ain't heard about no Rockefellers. Where they at? Their names must ain't Rockefeller no more. Because I get it. People get married and all this. But whatever. But they were saying they got a trust. I do believe they have a trust. But they were
mhm.
saying they take cash value insurance policies, and then they take the borrower against the cash value policy
Yeah,
and open
that's
up
what I heard.
businesses. Now you can do that, but then this is the part where they're lying. When they say you don't have to pay back that cash value policy to get the death benefit, that's where they lying. If you owe, you can take out of a cash value policy. You can take, you can. That is a loan. It is a loan, and it
Mhm.
bears interest. If you do not pay it back and you die, it pays nothing. You will get a big fat ass goose egg. It don't pay nothing. You better have that cash value policy paid off. If you take out of it, you better you better pay it off, whatever it is, with interest, because they're gonna add interest. You
Mhm.
take out 10,000, and the interest ain't low either. The interest is 10, 15, 20%.
You the
It's
first
ridiculous.
one I've heard say that, and I've heard multiple people make
People be
videos
lying. They lying, and you can
saying
look
that you
up
can do
how
that.
does a cash value policy work. You don't understand how. Let me be real with you. When I first got into financial services, that was the reason that I got into financial services, was because the insurance companies are so predatory, especially against Black people. When we
Mhm.
stopped having our own insurance companies, that was the only time when you could go to an insurance company and it was not predatory. When Black owned insurance companies, because I don't think it's but one or two left, and they're very small companies. When they closed, that was one of the biggest disservice. How many times have you heard of people getting these burial services where they be paying, and then when they die, you don't get no money?
I've
That
heard
that
that.
happens all the time. When they tell you you can borrow against your cash value, but they forget to tell you, oh, you need to pay that back. And they also forget to tell you that it's a loan, that they're going to attach interest to it. They don't tell you
Hmm.
that part. And then something happens and you die and your policy don't pay out. And they're like, why the policy didn't pay out? Well, my mom took out $2,000 about 4 years ago. Because they're not gonna pester you about paying it back. They're not.
Mm-hmm.
They just gonna
They're
let
gonna
you,
let
because
you
they
die and
hoping
not
that you
pay
don't
out.
pay it back. Because my mom took out $2,000, but the policy is 50. So if they don't have to pay that 50, who just won? They did. You've
Yep.
been paying your whole life on that policy, and you took out 2,000 of money. You probably had paid in 30,000. Some of these people, amount of money they've been paying in,
Over
accumulate.
all that time. And
When you
they
paying
want to
30 and
figure out
forty
how to
dollars a
never
month,
give it back to you.
and you paying $30 and $40 a month, and you have paid that for 20 or 30 years. Somebody pull out their calculator and do the math and tell me how much money that is. You see what I'm saying? The insurance company is hoping that you do that so they don't have to pay out 50 grand, 100 grand, or whatever it is. That's what they brand, girl. So I got into it because I said, oh, I can start putting people, because there are insurance policies that are way better for you. If y'all don't know Dave Ramsey. What's up, Janet? You a boomer that got some sense though. Um, I'm just most boomers, they cool, but I'm just saying in that day and time, you know what I mean. They predatory. They been predatory. They be like, these Negroes don't know nothing, so they just be telling anything. But that's why I got into it. I got into it to try to right some of these wrongs. Because if you know anything about Dave Ramsey, he's a consumer based, I don't want to say financial advisor, because he's not a financial advisor, but you get what I'm saying. I'm the same way. So I look at it, if you're an everyday American, a consumer, I look at it from that standpoint. I don't look at it from, oh, you're rich and you're doing. Now, if you're rich, now I got some rich clients. I do their stuff differently though. You get what I'm saying? It goes back to what you said about risk. A rich person has more, they have more risk aversion than somebody who already broke. So you have to adjust what you do, but some people don't. They out here doing all kinds of stuff. But no, it's insurance policies that make sense, because what people don't understand is people think, I'm gonna ask the chat and y'all put it in the chat. What do y'all think life insurance is for? Y'all tell me what y'all think it's for, because I always ask my clients that. And the answer is usually wrong, because Black people, especially white people too, have been taught incorrectly. And I'm gonna give the chat a few minutes to type in there and see if, and I'm gonna see, do anybody get it, if they know what life insurance, what is that payout, what is it actually for?
Do you mean what is it supposed to be used for? Or like why do people get insurance? What is the purpose of it?
Yeah, what would be the purpose of the payout when you get it? What's ultimately, what is it, what, like, you can say what you would use it
Like
for.
what
Yeah,
you supposed to use it for?
yeah. Now GT said to help the family when they pass. You are partially right.
That's
there's
what
a
I was
there's a
thinking. Like
there's
I
a
was thinking
detail.
if I passed, then my husband would use it to like hopefully pay this the house off, stuff like
Okay,
that.
your answer has more detail, and your answer is almost on the money. GT Jr. said the burial costs and debt. Roro Latrice said
Yeah.
to cover the burial and funeral services when you pass. Armin Chickadee said paying off bills. Okay, now I'm gonna touch on all of y'all answers. Nobody was wrong, but varying degrees. So when GC Jr. said to help the family when they pass, and I said add detail, he said burial costs and debt. Now, the answer that I usually get most from people, the number one answer people say is so I can bury my loved one. Do we understand that we're thinking short term when we think about that? When you say, oh, I'm just going to bury them, you're thinking short term. What that money is actually for, and the better way to put it, Army Chickadee is right when she says pay off bills. When you said to hopefully pay off the house and keep your family going, you're right, Aisha. To pay bills you leave behind. Shay is correct. I have to bury it. Okay, that's what. Now, Janet, you're a little bit different because you said we're a boomer. We're going to get to you in a second. Okay, the correct, like totally correct answer would be income replacement. What do I mean by that? Aisha, I'm going to take your family dynamic. So it's a husband and wife and you have 3 children. Those 3 children, at least for now, are all minors. I know Anaya is very close to being legally grown, but they're all minors. Okay. If either one of you, your husband or yourself passes, you both earn an income. So we got 2 incomes, right? Say you pass, God forbid. You're only left with 1 income. Your income was helping to hold up that household, correct? Your household just lost one of its pillars. So your children and your husband should not have to move out of your home. They should not have to sell your vehicles. You should not have to not feed them. You should not be struggling to pay the light bill. And I'm not talking about this week. I'm talking about until those kids are grown.
Yeah.
Your insurance is income replacement. Now,
when you think about it like that too, I like how you broke it down because you can literally put it somewhere and have your bills coming out, every month or whatever like that. And so don't get rid of it all at once, so you don't have to. You know what I mean? Also, I want to say funerals don't have to be expensive. That's also by design. When I die, y'all could bury me under a tree.
And let me touch on that.
Cremate me and compost me.
Let me touch on that because I know a lot of people gonna say, yeah, but caskets cost money. They do. But hold on, let's go further. So when you have insurance was never designed for you to have that your whole entire life. Not really. It was designed so that it's something catastrophic, because the chances are you probably will raise your children to adulthood. Most people do. Now, do we have things that happen? Yes, and that's tragic. That's what insurance is for. It's to protect you when tragedy happens and you had someone to pass untimely. Okay, now let's say you raise your kids all the way to adulthood. At that point, that money you were spending on insurance, technically your kids are grown. And I realize, now don't get me wrong, I'm not saying kick your kids out on the street but what I'm saying is, once your kids get to a point, hopefully you have raised them and you have taught them that, hey, look, yeah, mom and daddy here, but you got to go out in the world and you got to make it on your own and you got to make a living. Okay, so you know what I'm saying? It's cool if maybe even you insure yourself until your kids are 22, 25. I have people that have done that. That's fine, because they feel like, let me get my kids until 25 and then they should be out working, so they shouldn't need me like that. At that point, that money you were spending on life insurance, don't start spending that money on bull. Invest. You should be investing. So that $30 a month, $40 a month, whatever you're paying, you need to be investing that. Why are you doing that? Because chances are you're probably going to live to be 70, 80, 90, maybe even 100. If you're investing that money all the way until you die, guess what? That money is growing. And you're putting it in an investment vehicle that makes sense for you. Like we talked about earlier, everybody got risk factors and things. That money is growing faster than, because I put my people in investment stuff that grows faster than 1-2%. I'll never put nothing in. I think I have only like maybe some retirees and some 1-2%, because that stuff is real stable. I put my people in stuff that it appreciates 10% or more. By the time you get to 60, 70, don't you have enough money to bury yourself? You're self-insured. Stop giving your money to these companies. Keep it. Now, let me touch on Janet and the boomers, because Janet, you're not wrong. like I told you before, and this is why we have to be careful. The financial companies were predatory and they were not teaching insurance properly. So it is very smart for someone like Janet to have something for burial and debt, because 9 times out of 10, she probably doesn't even have a lot of debt. Janet, we're going to speak on that. We're going to speak it into existence. You don't have a $3 debt and that's it. And let's be real. Sometimes our children, it depends on what they're doing. Everybody kids is different. Sometimes our children may not have enough money to bury you. That has happened. I've had clients that's happened to. That their money is just funny for various reasons, because it's a lot of stuff that goes on in the economy. So it makes sense for somebody, because my granny had it. She had, but when you get to a certain age and you get some of this stuff that's like burial insurance or things like this just later on in life, first of all, that stuff don't cost that much money anyway, and it's just enough to cover the burial. It may be a little bit left over, but it's not a lot. So that's good insurance. Look, Janet says she don't even have $3 debt. She says she had zero.
You.
But yeah, and also I try to tell people this, which you can't tell people, because my family is big on all these elaborate ass funerals. My mama didn't play that, and I don't either. I have it in my stuff to where cremate me, and I don't care what you do with me. Pay that
Yeah.
$400, $500, $600 and be done with that. All that $6,000 casket and all these clothes and these flowers. Because my mama told me, she said, girl, I got a $15,000 in, because my mama was terrible with money and she knew it. I got a $15,000 policy. Cremate me, keep that money. That money is yours. She said, that's my
That's what
gift to
I'm
you.
talking about.
She said, don't give my money to those white people.
Like, y'all can have a potluck. Like, cremate me, bury me under a tree. Y'all can have a potluck. Like, everybody cook a little something, say something. But it ain't got to cost a lot of money. And I don't really do bouquets unless I grew them myself. Don't bring me no flowers that's about to die home. So y'all ain't got to dress it all up with that either. Now, you can bring some plants that people can take home and maybe plant in their yard, or like some house plants or something. And decorate, baby, and be done. Please don't spend a lot of money. I just, that's by design. Like, they want you to spend your entire insurance policy on that damn funeral.
It's the reason why funeral homes are they make probably more money than a lot of other businesses. Number one,
and
people
you're so distraught,
Number two, so many people are so into, because have you seen these funerals now where they don't even be in a casket? I saw one where a guy was sitting in a throne, another one where a woman was standing up. They doing all kind of stuff now, because I want to know, how much money do it take for you to embalm a person and then you stand them up in this scene and all it is. Really? How much y'all paying for that?
Why is that a thing? That's so creepy to me.
And I'm on Instagram. I didn't know what I was looking at. I said, why he sitting in that chair? Then some say, girl, look close. I said, this Negro ain't alive. This Negro gone. This Negro gone.
Why is that up like that? I don't like that.
Janice say, me neither. That's ridiculous. Yeah, people in there. Yeah, my family is very tied to, they have an uncanny thing. They were mad at me because I cremated my mother, but I didn't care. I said, that's what my mother asked for. I said, who are you?
What did they want you to do?
Oh, honey, let me tell you something. So my mother, because I'm going to give y'all some backstory. I'm going to answer your question at the same time. My mother was not sick or nothing when she passed, but like I said, my mother's mother died of colon cancer when my mother was like in her 20s, her early 20s. I wasn't even born. So because of that, my mother, y'all quit fighting over that toy. Because of my mother, she kind of taught me early and started giving me, she said, I'm not going to be here for forever. She said, I'm not saying I'm dying tomorrow, but you need to be. And so she used to teach me, if you love people, tell them, don't wait, because they may die. You don't know. So mama say, she say, I want to be cremated. She say, I don't want nobody to see me dead. So where they view the body and stuff, she said, I don't want nobody to see me like that. I want them to remember me how I was, happy, alive, whatever. And she said, so those are your instructions. Nobody's to see me, like all that viewing the body and all the cremate me. She said, I don't care what you do with the ashes. That's up to you, love. She said, but that's that. So that's how we lived our lives. I always told my mama I loved her. Last time I talked to her, I told her I loved her. That's why I guess when I was at her funeral and I wasn't crying, I think people thought, but I told them, I said, me and mama didn't have nothing left unsaid. I mean, yes, she gone and I'm gonna miss her, but our relationship was good. Like we didn't have, So after she died, as I'm getting the funeral arrangements and stuff together, my aunt, which is my mother's sister, was like, well, what funeral home are you going with? And I already knew where she was headed. And I told her, I said, well, I hadn't picked, which I hadn't. Well, let me know. And I said, okay. Well, I picked the funeral home. And I told the funeral home I wanted her cremated, and they went and picked her up because she was at the morgue, and they went and picked her up, and they called me, we got her, and we're gonna cremate her on this day. If you would like, if anybody wants to view her before we cremate her, we can do that. Let us know and we'll prepare her. But if not, she's here. I said, and I knew right then. I said, mama said she didn't want that. So I just said, okay, thank you, hung up the phone. I ain't gonna lie, I made a mistake. During all the hoopla, I slipped and told what funeral home. My auntie calls the funeral home and said something about she wanted to go up there and view my mother. The funeral home called me because I had already told the funeral home I'm her only child. She doesn't have no husband or whatever. I'm who you deal with. He called me. He said, somebody called up here by the name of such and such. I said, that's my auntie. What did she want? She said something about she wants to view your mother. And I told her I was going to have to clear that with you because you're the one handling the arrangements. I said, yes, sir. I said, and I said, thank you for calling me. Number one, that was very professional. I said, number two, nobody's to see my mother. That was her wishes. I said, that's why I'm not even coming to see her. I said, that may seem strange. He said, no, we do whatever the family asks. I said, okay, good. I said,
and that's what she asked. People be trying to do what they want on somebody else. Mama only died one time. She get to say whether or not people gonna look at her in that way. And I agree. I've seen 2 dead bodies. I saw my granny when she passed, and my aunt Melinda when she passed like a few years ago, which I'm still torn up about. That was my twin auntie. And I don't never want to do that no more. Like they don't even look like themselves. It ain't no spirit in there. And so that's why I was like, why they got them sitting in chairs and standing up? Like that's worse than watching the body in the casket.
But yeah,
just standing up there with no life. Like, oh, what?
So my family's whole thing was they wanted to see her before she got cremated, and like I said, my auntie didn't even know I was getting her cremated. I told nobody because it's none of their damn business in my opinion. But anyway, because I'm paying for it, y'all ain't paying for it. But anyway, because I hadn't got the insurance check yet, I had to go ahead and pay them people, and then the insurance check was gonna reimburse me. But anyway, they wanted, like the way they did with several of my other family members. They have an obsession. I call it an obsession. I'm talking about my family and nobody else's. They have an obsession with standing over dead bodies and picking clothes and doing hair and putting makeup on. Y'all see the body so many times. Then being the funeral, oh, she look good. She look good. And in my head, it's not that they look bad, but they don't look like themselves. Like they're like good. When I saw my great grandmother, I told mama, I said, mama, she don't look. I said, that ain't grandma. And my mom was like, nah, it's not. And I noticed that when we would go to funerals, which my mother never said anything, but she was unenthused. She would sit up there. And I knew as a kid, but now that I'm grown, I get it now. I get it. And my mama told me, she said, yeah, when my mama died, they was doing too much. She said, that's why I said, I'm not going to take you through that. Cremate me, be done with that. She said, you'll thank me later. I'm so glad. But yeah, when we did have a memorial service, my mama didn't say not to have that, but she didn't say to have it either.
I did that. Look at my dead body. Yeah. Like, what is hard about that? I did the memorial
service for my family because I knew that if I didn't have some type of service, baby, girl, I don't know what it was gonna be, but they was looking crazy.
I do think that that's a good thing. Like we do all need a place to come and like be together and talk about how much we're gonna miss You know, I mean, because we can't bring them back, and that's therapeutic for some people, but everybody works
Yeah,
through things differently.
yeah.
You know, so I think you satisfy all things, but at the end of the day, who
Girl,
I'm going
not
to
to they
honor, number
like
one, is the
honey.
person that, well, not to their liking,
Yeah,
but to yours,
yeah,
okay, and to mama's,
yeah,
okay, and that's what matters is
yeah.
because number one, you honoring mama. That's the number one. Everybody else comes after that.
Yeah,
So,
because baby, when they walked in the church and seen it wasn't no casket,
baby, I know their mouth was on the
I
floor.
actually got tickled. I got tickled because my high school friend was there, a girl that I had been friends with since junior high, and she was sitting next to me, and as people came in, really it was just my family. I'm gonna be honest, and I feel like my mama probably told her coworkers, my daughter know what to do, cremate me. So I think they knew, but my family didn't too much know. So when they came in, they was kind of shocked because the coworkers and stuff wasn't shocked at all. Because the family, they in there, you know how you be looking like where the casket is. Where the because it was like it was at a church, but it was a table and it had a picture of my mother, and her job bought her flowers. I was not gonna reject the flower. They just decided to go in and get flowers
Yeah,
for her,
that's very
which
sweet.
they were beautiful, and that was to show respect. And they weren't like cut flowers. They were actually like calla lilies or whatever, but they was in a pot. So
Mm.
I took them home and kept them. I kept them alive
Yeah.
for a little while. But yeah, it was just my family was like, where did they was looking crazy as hell. Y'all'll be all right. Y'all'll be just fine. At the end of the thing, one of my uncles, where the body at? I
Okay,
said,
because see, that's what I'm talking about. Just go on and ask instead of looking crazy. So
I
I can
said,
tell
I,
you it's gone.
I said, Mama wanted to be cremated. Cremated? Because I'm telling you, I got certain people in my family. Why they want to burn them up? Why, girl? We
Well,
just
what do
be
you
so
mean? What do they mean? Like, what's the difference between because there's
because
no
you
spirit in the body anymore. So
okay,
what
but
you
see,
do with it?
you know that, but apparently these diehard Christians that's in my family, they must don't know that because they sure be talking like it's still a spirit in there. Girl, I'm gonna be real with you. I think black people have gotten so far away from certain traditions because there's an African burial tradition. It's not all over Africa, but there's an African burial tradition where they burn you. Like literally, they put your body on top of all of this stuff, and put some stuff on top of you and light it afire. That is a
Hmm.
burial tradition. And I think in the tradition they the smoke as it rises is supposed to be symbolic of your spirit rise
Mm.
to the
Mm.
ancestral realm. But we've
Hmm.
gotten so far away from traditions because we've just been taught do what the white people do. They get these caskets and get put in a casket, and that's what. Because I'm gonna be real, I don't believe way back. I don't believe it was no caskets in most of the world. I think that's some Western business. I think it is. I could be
Mm.
wrong, but I think so. But when
I
you're
think you're
so
right.
everything in your life is wrapped up around Western ideology, and then when it's been that way for 4, 5, 600 years, that's a lot. It's a lot
And
to
nobody even looks
undo.
up to see if there are different ways, especially a lot of us don't even
Yeah,
travel outside of our own city. So it
yeah.
ain't
We
no
don't
way
go
we can see what
nowhere.
other
We just
cultures are doing, or we can't look beyond right here.
Shay say they putting all that money in the ground. That's exactly what my mama said. My mama said, "Girl, don't put all my money in the ground. Girl, don't do that. Keep that money." She said, "You do what you want with it. I don't care what you do with it. But that insurance money that I'm paying on my job, they taking out of my check, is for you."
Mm-hmm.
Um, Army Chickadee say, "I love y'all too." You're
I
Janice
love
said,
you, Alma Chickadee.
Janice say you're right. Tomorrow's not promised for sure because we could clock out at any moment. And yeah, they want their money up front. Yes, ma'am. They won't do nothing for you. Funeral, anything. It doesn't matter what it is. They won't do anything. Them people want their money. Army Chickadee said she
It's a
told my
business.
husband, call the VA, get a free urn, and then sprinkle me. The VA needs to pay for it all. I feel you on that. If you serve
Oh
this
no, that's
country,
right.
you damn right they need to pay
Thank
for
you
it.
for your service. The VA need to
Uh,
pay for my husband too.
Janice say yes, they burn the body. It's a in Papua New Guinea too. They do that. It ain't. It's I forget where it is in Africa, but Papua New Guinea does that too. Um, you know how I feel about worms, so burial has always disturbed me. You don't want to feed the worms. That's
What's
the
that?
only part that I can say about burial. At least you get composted, but look how much casket they got to get through before they get that
That's why I
casket.
said
But
just
they say
straight up
that's
compost
toxic to the
me.
earth. They say them caskets is toxic to the earth. All that, because caskets ain't just wood no more. They got
Right.
all this titanium and all this stuff. These people is crazy. You think I'm like, for instance, I'm gonna tell you about my great grandma. I love my great grandmother to death, but my great grandmother was too worried about the wrong stuff. She got, and when it come to burial, she had heard about how grave robbers, and that was a thing, and it's probably still a thing now. It's just less
Yeah.
known about. But grave robbers, because sometimes they would bury people with their wedding rings, necklaces, and things, and people would dig you up and get your stuff. And if you had rings on, they said they would take bolt cutters or whatever, cut your whole thing off, because they ain't finna slide no ring off. They finna cut your thing off and get that
Well,
ring
they
off.
done dug a dead body up.
What's
They
next? That
might
ain't
well
nothing.
do.
So my great
Oh,
grandmother was terrified of somebody doing that to her, because she had asked for her to be buried in her wedding ring, her mother's ring, and then it was some necklace she had on. She had asked to be buried in that stuff. And she didn't want nobody digging her up, so she got a steel vault. And y'all put in the comments if y'all know what that is. If you don't, I'll explain. A steel vault is a thing. They say it's steel, but I don't know if it's steel or iron, but it's metal. That's all you need to know, is metal. It's a bottom to it. When they lower the casket, they lower the casket down on that flat bottom, and then there's a top, and it's metal too. And they lower it down, and it clamps down on that bottom. And therefore, if you try to, and you can't open it once it's clamped down, unless you got machinery like a grinder or a torch or something to melt that metal and open, you cannot open it. So your casket is inside a casket, and that's to stop the grave robbers. So if they dig down and you got a steel vault, they probably just gonna stop, because they can't get in. Because see, a casket be made out of something, like back in the day, made out of
easier.
wood.
Yeah.
Yeah, they could take an axe and get it, but that steel vault, my grandmother really paid for all that. That steel vault by itself back in the 90s was $2,000. $2,000 in the 90s. And we're not gonna talk about how much to be fair, I don't know how much they spent
To
on grandma.
know that that was
I
a
love
thing.
grandma,
I
but
never heard of that before in my life.
girl. So my best friend, her mother died. Her grandmother died about 3 years ago, and her mother died a year ago. She had to do a lot of funeral arranging, and her grandmother wanted a steel vault. She had never heard of it either. Girl, when she said somebody, Granny said she want a steel vault, I said, oh Lord. She said, what? I said, girl, let me tell you what. I don't even know what that is. So I had to break it down to her. I said, girl, been there, done that. Been there, done. But she did it because
I
that's
feel
what my
like I
granny
would
wanted.
rather
But
leave my stuff to my kids, even my rings and stuff. I just don't know why
see,
I need that because it's not me in there no more. I just don't have that.
and
My spirit
I'm
don't
like,
own jewelry.
grandma died in 97. Now, let me say this. I don't know what happens over time with that steel vault. I think over time, eventually it rusts and it corrodes because the ground has moisture, right? That's what
Me
I think.
too.
I think over
Hmm.
time, it eventually rusts and corrodes. I know grandma ain't down there no more. Her bones probably down there, but ain't nothing left. The bones and them rings. She could have left them rings up here. She ain't had to bury them rings and necklace and stuff. I know your kids bought you that mother's ring. You could have left that up here. Like,
And maybe they would have liked to keep it like this and hang it on a necklace like this. The ring I bought my mom. She used to wear it. Like, what is it doing? Like, what's the benefit? I'm just
baby,
wondering. Because it's
because when
not
I
it's
think,
not your grandmother by herself, baby. Lots of people love to be buried in, you know.
with their
stuff that
jewelry
they
on.
feel is sentimental. But my thing is that you are not in that body anymore. So I
Not
understand you're
only
connected to it, but it won't be connected to you in the grave because you are not in the grave. Your spirit has moved on from that body.
not only
And
that,
you can
which
be
I
with your
know
family and friends and visit them as you please and see them with the jewelry on if you like.
not only that, I feel like, and I know grandma probably would have never thought that no mess be going on like what's going on now. But what if people fall on hard times? They may have to melt that ring down. Them ring, let me explain to you. The jewelry I'm talking about, y'all, was not costume jewelry. It was 24 karat gold. Their mother's ring was 24 karat gold. My great grandfather bought my great grandmother for their wedding ring. That was not her first ring, though. They redid their vows after 40 or 50 years, and he bought her another ring because the first ring he bought her, they was young, hustling, farming,
Mhm.
buying land, doing things like that, and the money was better spent on that. But when they renewed their vows, they had everything, so he turned around and bought her a 24 karat gold, had a diamond in it. That wasn't a huge diamond, but hell, the ring was worth something. Gold don't never lose, well, I ain't gonna say it don't never lose
No,
value, but you
no,
get
it
what I'm
don't.
saying.
It
Yeah,
ain't
you,
lost since we discovered it.
that's what I'm talking about. So somebody may need to melt that ring down. You don't never know.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what I was thinking. That's an asset, you know.
but child, I guess grandma and them, I don't know what they was thinking. I don't know if anybody ever pointed that out to them. I don't even know. Because keep in mind, I'm a kid when these people is dying. You just look back and it's 2020 when you grown. And you like, I love you, but you crazy. Like, and then Lisa, what is this? Lisa Houston Gordon says the Bible says ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Exactly. You're gonna be caught. That's the Bible's way of
Take me
saying
back to the
compost.
ashes, Lisa. Ashes and
Yeah,
spread me up under baby compost me. Ashes is good for the compost. Compost
it
me.
is. It is.
I'm cool with it. I come
But
back as
yeah,
a flower. So.
but yeah, these people is something else, honey. That's why I say, okay, y'all keep on with these fascinations. I had a great uncle that died uh a couple of months ago.
Oh, I'm
Um,
sorry to hear that.
I love Uncle Bill. He all right here. He lived a long life. Shit.
Well, how, how was he?
Uncle Bill was in his 90s. Forgive me for not
Wow.
knowing the exact age.
No,
But
that's
yeah,
all
that was
right.
that was
You
my
said
great
great uncle. You can't keep up with everybody exact
yeah,
age.
that was
Sometimes
my
I forget
great
how old my daddy is.
grandmother's that was my great grandmother's oldest son. So the one I'm talking about that got buried with them rings, he was one of the ones that went in to buy that mother's ring. Because this is how you know
Mm.
grandma mother's ring was kind of badass because she had so many kids. She had 9 kids, and a mother's ring, you get each
Oh,
child's
nice. You got the
birthstone.
birthstones in there?
Hers had 9. That ring was big.
Mm-hmm.
Buried with that ring. I just look. I won't never forget. I used to remember when she used to make biscuits. Cause I know, I know what y'all gonna say. Grandma didn't take her jewelry off when she made biscuits. I don't know why when she cooked. She didn't take her jewelry off. I don't know why. I think that was I don't know. I guess grandma said it took me forever to get some jewelry. Hell, I ain't
I'm
taking it off.
aware.
Baby, I won't never. She would get through making biscuits and it would be dough, all them twins. She would have to take the ring off, and then she would have to take a toothbrush and clean the ring, get all that flour and dough and stuff. I won't never forget that. Grandma didn't take it, and then when she get through clean, she put that ring right back on.
Mhm.
She didn't play by it. When it came to her wedding ring, her mother, she ain't never take them off ever. She be in the yard garden and doing stuff. She didn't take that stuff off. She when she get through, she clean that ring and put it back on. But I guess she said in death, I'm gonna have this ring.
I know that's right. She says, "Shoot, forever, ever, forever,
I
ever."
guess, but girl, to hell with
It's
that.
my
But yeah,
ring.
Uncle Bill was in his 90s though. I mean, Uncle Bill was cool. I love Uncle Bill. Like I said, same thing. He knew how I felt. So, he lived a long when people live a long, fairly prosperous life, because he didn't really have a tough he had some things that happened to his life. Like, girl, his son, I remember my cousin, he died when I was very young. He got into drugs and
Oh,
They found him dead. They do not know to this day what happened to him. They found him dead up under an underpass. They don't have no idea what happened to him.
oh my
Um,
gosh.
but my cousin, he died when I was, oh God, I was young, 5, 4 or 5 or something. But I remember him. He was such a sweet person, and we would just play. And we was a lot different in age. Like
Mm-hmm.
he was just about grown, and I was. Because keep in mind, this is my great uncle's son, so
Right.
he was in my mama generation, so he was grown. But he would play like a kid. Like we would run and all that stuff, and he was tell my mama, "Ooh, I like her. She fun. She not like most girls. Most girls won't play rough because we roll in the dirt and didn't care." And my mom be like, "Girl, you getting dirt all in your hair." She be like, "You doing too much." But
Okay.
I had mostly boy cousins. I had girl cousins, but I had mostly boy cousins. But yeah, but he got into drugs and died. And I could tell that hurt Uncle Bill and Aunt Helen. That hurt them. But
Yeah.
yeah,
I
that was
mean, how
probably
could
one of
it
the
not?
worst things that happened in their life. But other than that, they did okay. For my uncle to have gone to the Vietnam War and he came back unhurt and he worked for the rest of his life and he didn't have any like bad illnesses. You know, he had little stuff here and there health wise, but he just died of natural causes. Just old, shoot, in his
Mhm.
90s.
Look, this one is over. That's how Daddy
Yeah,
used to say.
yeah,
This
that's
one is
all.
over. Like you've done the work.
Yeah. I just hope, he had a daughter left. I just hope his daughter, I'm pretty sure they was straight though. But how some people though, they'll play like, oh, our relationship was fine and it wasn't. Now, if that is
Yeah.
the case, I hope she be okay. Like do whatever you need to do to be okay. Cause some of y'all be faking like you trying to make it and then you fool around because you heard about that football player that killed himself.
Yes. Oh,
Some
mental health, man.
something was going on, don't you? When his girlfriend said he had said things before about ending it all and all of this.
Yeah, I heard that his family said that he was troubled. Like,
Mm-hmm.
as far as wanting to possibly try that before.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and it's so sad because you never know what people are going through,
You don't, but
from the
here's my
outside.
thing, and maybe they
I mean, the
tried because I
family
know
sound
some.
like they knew what he was going through, but I'm talking about us. Like
Yeah.
you don't never think like how Robin Williams killed himself. You see people and they're famous and they seem happy or successful or maybe wealthy, but wealthy doesn't mean happy. Famous doesn't mean mentally well.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
know?
See, my thing is with them though. They said he tried that before, which I know we're not privy to all their business. But did you try to get him help though? Or did you just
Right.
say it'll be okay? See, that'll kill me. If somebody come to me and they having issues and I didn't at least say, have you thought about some counseling or something? Like I get it,
Mhm.
you a football star and you put all that to the side. They're catching a ball, running a ball foolishness. You worried about the NFL. Look how long that lasted. He wasn't even in the NFL long. See, that'll
I
run me
want people
crazy.
to take it seriously though, because or not took it seriously, but if they really understood. Like I used to have a friend.
Some people don't
It don't
understand.
matter what I would go through, or cry to her. Like I'll be going through real life. I had to have Anaya in school, and then take her to school, graduate after that. In this person's eyes, life was just easy for me. Life is just easy for some people.
Yeah,
I'm
some
like,
people don't
what
understand.
people? What people you
Some
talk about? Because
some
everybody
people.
has struggles. But when you look at me, for some reason, you just think, because I don't look like what I've been through, maybe, or because I'm still an uplifting person, it doesn't mean I
Yeah,
don't work through things.
yeah,
But in that instance, I realize you don't take anything I feel like I'm suffering through or crying through seriously. You really don't see me in that way. Like you think life is easy. So for him, being a football player, seeming successful from the outside, maybe
mhm,
they just didn't really see, like, that other
yeah,
people struggle, right? Like
yeah,
everyone can have struggles.
yep,
And I'm like you, I would never want, like, if he passed and I heard anything about that, or I had a chance to talk to him, or
Girl, that'll
try to
run me
refer
right.
him to a therapist or anything like that, even a phone number, because they have suicide hotlines
Hotlines. They
that you
got them
can
hotlines,
call.
them crisis hotlines. Girl, cause
And I'm
see,
sure that for a football player, there would probably be more resources to
oh yeah,
kind of
I'm
help
sure.
him,
Because
And
they
so,
know about CTE and all these things. So they definitely have way more resources in place now than they did back in the day when people had CTE and they just chalked it up to you was crazy. But
right.
but it's a lot of people that they also don't know. Unfortunately, especially black folks, we have this thing. Oh, pray about
Outreach
just different little
therapy.
stuff you say. Pray about it, or this, or you don't know how serious this stuff is. No, ain't no praying. Pray that I'm finna give you this therapist number. I'm finna go. Let me look down and
Like I can
these.
pray about it, and then what? Like God helps those who help themselves. So I'm gonna pray, and then I still have to
I'm
take the
finna find you a
opportunity that
number. I'm finna
lays
find
in
you a
front of
number.
me to do
Yeah,
something. Like what?
cause I
Yeah,
will
we
say
do
this.
have that.
Cause
Or
I
we
hate it.
even say, "I'm praying for you," and don't even do the prayer.
But prayer without works is dead, though. See, you can be doing all that praying, but where's the work? The work is
Yeah,
finding that damn
but I
number.
said some people ain't even doing the praying. They
Yeah,
just
they
come out,
just
I'm
be
gonna pray
saying
for you, praying
they
for you. They just stay praying for you.
they say and
Don't even
but watch
actually
this. They got mad at the woman when the woman told them, "I don't want everybody praying over me," and I mean that. I don't want
facts.
everybody praying over me because your prayer may not be genuine. This crazy. But I look at Robin Williams. I hated it when Robin Williams killed himself, but Robin Williams had such a long life of because he was on drugs and all these different things. Like when he was a drug addict, I think that a lot of people knew. But see, that was back in when was he on drugs? The 70s, probably 70s, 80s. And
And
I
see,
think a
that's the
lot of
thing, though. I think the drugs are probably linked to the depression.
yes. I
You
think a
know,
lot of I think
self medicating.
because if you ever watch Robin Williams do stand up, you can tell that he's ADHD or something, but he's brilliant. He's absolutely brilliant. But as fast as he be moving, understand as fast as he talking, his head is going even faster. That's what a lot of
Hmm.
people don't understand. And when you're racing like that, like you have ADHD, you have something going on. And a lot of times, some of the symptoms of those things are depression or addiction, different things like that. But he struggled for so long. But yeah, toward the end, I hated for his wife, but I think if I had a married a dude that I knew been through all of that, I think part of, and I hate to say this, sometimes you have to have requirements. You're gonna have to stay in therapy. Cause I'm not finna come in here and find you hanging. Cause she found him hanging. Do you know how traumatic that is for her, girl? And I do believe she loved the man. Like, who want to come in there and find you hanging? No, we have a requirement. You have to stay your ass in counseling because you
Yeah.
have to just really understand that you got you different in a good way, but you different. You got to go to counseling. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. That's, I mean, what else is a spouse, a family member, a friend, a sister for?
just
Like,
like, but see, I'm gonna tell you the one that shocked me was Don Cornelius. Don Cornelius killed himself.
I didn't know nothing behind it. I just
Now
knew he did
somebody
it,
say
but
he
I
was
was shocked
having.
about it too.
Somebody said his son said he was having health issues, but his son was like he didn't. I don't know if it was his health issues that was getting to him or whatever, but I'm saying that one shocked me because, child, I didn't know, but like I said, these black men, honey, they keep so much up on the raps on the tail.
Yeah, that's true.
These black men keep stuff up on the raps. So, but yeah, that hurt me when Don Cornelius, because I'm a Soul Train fan.
Mm-hmm. Love me some
But
soul cream. Excuse me.
yes, indeed.
So what's
How
your
much
plans for the rest of the day? What you was gonna say?
I was gonna say how much jewelry you gotta make, but my plans for the rest of the day, I'm going to cook. When I tell you now, y'all, I generally cook. But every now and again, if I don't cook, y'all don't be mad at me, baby. I will creep and get in these streets and give me something to eat.
Yeah.
I find me something at a restaurant or somewhere but most of the time I cook though. But with I don't know what's gonna go on with all of this different stuff. Cooking. I've been cooking, so I'm gonna cook and kind of do some meal prep. I'm gonna make some chili because that'll last. Like I can, portion it
Dish it out.
and eat some
Mm-hmm.
of it, freeze some of it, things of that nature. What's up, PT Family Garden? But so I got that to do. And then I'm not gonna do a ton outside because I actually 29 degrees. I think stuff will be okay, but if it ain't, but I think it'll be okay. 29. Usually when it say 29, we don't even get down. Like you know
I
how
was
they
gonna say, is it
say
really
you gonna
gonna
get
go all
down
the
that
way
far, and you don't even get down that far. You be
down?
like,
Yeah.
I thought y'all said it was supposed to be 13 tonight. But yeah, so I don't think I'm gonna really cover nothing. Uh I think that stuff will be okay. But yeah, I'm gonna do some meal prep. It's a couple I'm gonna clean out my refrigerator. There's some stuff in there that I think, how sometimes you have stuff on the door. Like I need to check the mayonnaise and stuff. If that stuff
Yeah,
is
check
out,
the date on
throw
there.
that away. Throw that out.
I just pulled something out the fridge today. Like, oh, this is old. We ain't eat it. I try to have like leftover day once a week because in the leftover day, because there's 5 of us, is like everybody's not gonna eat the same thing on leftover day. We have these leftovers and we have these leftovers,
Mhm.
and you guys pick which leftovers,
Yeah.
or you can mix them.
And
You want to have.
I'm gonna kind of plan a little bit too because I got some sweet potatoes in there. I'm also, kind of gearing like I try to kind of make me a loose menu for the holidays too of whatever I
Mhm.
want. So I'll try to think about like I'm gonna cook the chili today, but think about, what's next? What am I gonna cook next? And make sure I have whatever it is thawed out. Like if I need to thaw out some chicken or whatever.
Mhm.
And kind of prepare for that because I did some smothered chicken last
Mm.
week, honey.
No, that
I'd be
was
shame.
good.
I'd be shaming myself. Smothered chicken and I smothered some potatoes too. I said I'm really in here
Mm.
cooking. I'm cooking up in here
Ended up
now.
smothering.
But cause sometimes, sometimes it ain't cooking, it's stirring. Like when you make tuna salad, that ain't cooking. But it's food. You're making it at the house. But that ain't cooking.
Mhm.
Or like, when you make pasta salad or just different little things, to me that ain't really cooking. When you smothering stuff, you cooking. You
Yes,
cooking.
I would say that's on another level.
Yeah, that's I mean, it's some higher levels than that, because girl, holidays, I be up in here. I just be in the kitchen, just in the kitchen. Just be like,
I
it
need
was 23
to come
this
eat
morning.
with
Says it'll be 70 next Friday. Oh, y'all temperatures is fluctuating quite a bit, Army Chickadee.
Oh,
Fluctuating quite a bit. Girl, did anybody what time is it? Oh, it ain't too late. It's only 1 o'clock. Um, did anybody catch any of them election results? Did it affect anybody in the chat? Them election results that was on Tuesday. Tell me why I didn't even know it was election night. I went to bed. I woke up in the morning like, oh, election night. And I felt like I was missing something because I was on the phone with my friend and I said, girl, why it seems like it's something going on tonight, but I don't know what it is. But see, I don't watch a lot of regular TV. See, if I had been on regular TV, it would have came across. But
well, we do book club at the community center down the street, so
okay,
that's been, and they do early voting there.
yeah.
So we couldn't help but to remember. I saw people walking in there with their Trumpy shirts on. One man had the Trump shirt on. The lady said,
Wait a minute, hold on. At they were coming in there to vote.
"Mm-hmm."
They got to
He,
stop. That's illegal. It doesn't matter
he
what you're
told
not supposed
him.
to wear. Okay, good. They got
He
to
told
stop
she
these
said, "Son, you
MFers.
got to turn that shirt inside out. You can't wear that in here." But I was like, "Girl, he got some MAGA socks on too. Do that count?" I was trying to get the old man saying, "Home child." I was
But
like, "Send that man home. Take them
my
socks off."
thing is, exercise your right to vote, but then you be forever, oh, the GOP is the party of law and order. Y'all constantly breaking the laws at these election places, because I've seen it several times on Instagram where even the poll workers have to, and do you know them people jump stupid with the poll workers? for telling you that you can't wear that. You know you can't have this political stuff up here. You know
They're
you can't
doing it
wear that
for
in here.
attention. Because you know what? When you walk around with that shirt on, nobody's actually gonna bother you.
No,
We don't care. We
whatever.
don't care to bother you. So they want attention. They gonna wear it there because they know it's against the rules, just so
Okay.
somebody can
Well,
mention
sir,
they
step your
Trump
ass
shirt.
outside and turn this shirt inside out
I'm like,
then,
and
because you
go
won't
your
be able
old
to
ass
cash your
outside
vote.
and take them socks off till your feet gonna be sweating and wrinkled in them shoes.
But let me ask you this: is it Acres Homestead or is that in Houston? Let me
Acres
look.
Home is in Houston.
Yeah, that's okay. I thought so because that was one of the places I believe some MAGA people showed up over there. Now I don't know nothing about Acres Home,
Acres Homes? Oh, they showed up in Acres Home?
girl, and they got run their ass from over there.
Well, what
But let me tell you,
should have told
um,
you that? Acres Homes ain't doing that, baby.
they had a voter. I don't know if it was a voter location. It was no context. That's why sometimes I don't like social media. There's no context on the video. Somebody just starts filming.
Yeah.
But there were these black ladies, and they were sitting, um, just minding their business. 3 black ladies. They were talking amongst each other. Here comes some white women with some MAGA stuff on. And it looked like they were going into some kind of building somewhere that's in this community. And
Mm-hmm.
the black women didn't say anything to them. They were talking amongst themselves. The white ladies stopped and started staring at them. And then they engaged the black ladies, and I forget what they asked them. No, the white lady was like, "What did you say to me?" or something. She said, and the black lady said, "I ain't said nothing to you. We up here talking amongst ourselves." And then she said something else, and when one lady was trying, it's always somebody in the group trying to straighten it out, and I'm gonna need us to train them at home how to do when we go out. She was like, "Well, no, we were just talking," and she's trying to explain. She said, "Girl, don't argue with, what did she call her? She called her something. Somebody that's been infected by stupidity or something.
Oh.
I hollered. She cooked that one, and the wife, you know how they be looking crazy.
Yeah. Now, like you done violated them when we are never alone. Black people are never alone. We can't never just mind our business. Like you gonna walk up and start something and then be shocked when I tell you something.
And then that's when the white ladies, that's when she started cursing and hollering the N-word over and over. And they was like, and then the poll worker had to go get that lady and separate her from those black ladies. But my thing, because the white lady made like she was going, well, she tried to bait those, but just come hit me then, come hit me or something. And she said, "Girl, you bring your ass over here and hit me." She said that's the only way something gonna jump out. And of course, the
Yeah,
black,
because why
the
would
white
I even
lady's
give
not gonna
the
come over
energy for you? You can keep walking with your, like I was not bothered by you
there.
in
And
the
then
first
she had on
place.
all this MAGA stuff. Now my thing is, I hope they didn't let her go vote with that on. And I'm gonna be for real with you. I saw that somewhere around here, and I stopped that poll worker, and I said, "Hold on, I said I saw them walk in, go vote, and walk back out, and the dude had on a hat and a shirt that was political. It was political." I said, "Now let me tell you what's finna happen. I would suggest you all start paying attention because I will be filing a complaint. They're not supposed to vote up here like that. That's illegal. You're not supposed to have, you can't even have signs, political signs on the outside, let alone wear
Right.
clothes." The white lady looked at me, started blushing. I said, "You blush all you want, ma'am." I said, "You know you was out of order for that, and I don't want to hear that you didn't see it.
And they
That's
want to
part of your
appease
job to pay
them. That's
attention."
the
I said, "Because
problem is that they always appease them.
If I wear something Kamala, y'all gonna turn me away before I can get in the building." Because we had a little old ballot initiative, one little things on the ballot, something about taxes, but we didn't have anybody to actually vote for. But I went up in there and cast my ballot about them taxes, on raise my taxes on this frivolous mess, which y'all talking about. I
Right.
kiss my ass. But yeah, I said this is a shame. And like I said, y'all don't be shamed. If you go in these places and you have to report your poll workers, do it. Because it doesn't matter who it is. If I can't wear what I want to wear, they can't wear what they want to wear. That's out of order. It needs to be even. See, I'm just
It is
asking for
just
it to
for
be even.
attention. They're literally doing that for attention. Like, I think they're really sick as white people that we don't care. Like, we
I
really be
did.
minding our business, and they have to like force their way into an interaction and then try to force it to be negative. Like, I don't care. Like, you
It's too
can wear
much.
dirty draws, and I would not care. Like, get Trump tattooed on your forehead, and that's your forehead, baby. Do what you want with your forehead. Like, what
Exactly.
is the problem? It's like they have a sickness. Like, you can't exist
They
without
do.
attention.
They do. They have a sickness. They have a sickness. I caught the replay of Army Chickadee. I caught the replay. The next, and it was, huh? Army Chickadee said she watched the election night coverage. She said it was hilarious. It was, cause I'm trying to remember. It be Dr. Carr for me. Dr. Carr be over there. He be over there writing with them little notes, and he'll look up and say something and go back down. I be like, oh, Dr. But what was killing me was Nola. Nola was getting pissed. Nola was like, "Can I say with her?" And I didn't know she had a master's in divinity. As much as she cussed, I didn't know she had a master's in divinity. I knew she had a PhD, but I didn't know she had a master's in divinity. I found that to be hilarious. I was like, Lord have mercy. But yeah, I caught the replay. But it's a mess. But I was happy for Mississippi though. Mississippi, they have a black senator. So they finally have someone statewide that won that was black since Reconstruction.
Wow.
So since 1870, to my recollection, they have not had a black senator. And in 1870, that was Reconstruction. That was after the Civil War, when black people was allowed to run. They haven't had anybody since then. Now you know that's entirely too doggone long. And entirely.
I was telling
Um,
her the other day, like the the fact that we keep still having the first black, like the first black.
it shouldn't be the first no more. And that's why when white people be like, oh, this such don't exist, this don't exist, DEI. Okay, well, why are we still having first?
Long as
Why are we
we still having everything. I saw
let
somebody
me see.
get the physics degree at a certain school or something like that the other day. I was
Yep.
the first.
I watched Janet said she watched Joy Reid. I enjoy Joy Reid. I watch her on YouTube quite often. She be cooking people soup. I enjoy her. And I really enjoy her now that she's away from MSNBC, cause look like she really can say what she want to say now.
I'm gonna say, and it's not just cooking folks, but cooking with them. Not yes,
Yep.
yes.
Army Chickadee said, I hope Louisiana at some point can do this. I think so. I think so. It's gonna take a concerted effort. Louisiana has an issue that was similar in Mississippi, which is voter turnout. It's not that because Louisiana is a third black, the population is a third black. See, when you have these, yeah, these states be smaller in population because people like to compare stuff to Texas. It's hard to compare stuff to Texas because Texas has over 30 million people. That's a huge population, huge. Um, but when your state is a third black, I think you can do it because I think sometimes they vilify. I was telling my friend this, and she agreed. I have met people who, so anybody who knows anything about California, their cost of living is quite a bit different. It's pros
Yes,
and cons to
it's high.
everything.
Not
Yes,
different. High.
yes. And so there are lots of people who, for whatever reason, it could be job, it could be whatever. But I know some people, I know about 4 or 5 people who, after they retired in California, decided to, their families were from the South and they left for jobs in California. But once they retired, they was like, I'm going to run through this retirement. I'm not going, so they moved back to the South because it's more economically, you know. And
Mhm.
what was so funny is when they were getting ready to move back, they'd be like, "Oh, I'm probably gonna get shot and these different things." And I'm like, "What do they be telling y'all on the West Coast? Like, what are they vilifying the South and making it seem like people riding around with Klan hoods on?" I said the Klan is more sophisticated these days. Not all of them, but some of them. They get in positions of leadership and they get in they don't ride around on horses anymore. Most of these people in the Klan don't even own horses.
The Klan is your bankers. The Klan is the top. Like they're everywhere. There's nowhere in America you about to go and ain't no Klan,
tell me
baby.
that Tuberville man from Alabama, that politician that was a football coach, you can't tell me he ain't a card-carrying Klan member of the Klan. That woman who was governor, that woman who belched out and it sounded like a demon was coming out of her. That woman, I believe she's in the Klan. She sews the robes, and I ain't gonna say what they call in the comments, but anyway, cause she's
where was that at? Where that lady called? She called immigration. She called ICE on a car company, and they were Korean. They was Korean, and they ran up in there and roughed them people up, and they went back home. And that company said they are moving their plant. Those people came down here to help, establish and train and stuff in that area.
You talking about you talking about the Hyundai. Yes, those Koreans
definitely is one too.
Yeah, wait a minute. Let me tell you.
Klan member.
Them people is crazy.
Even check which immigrant she was calling on.
They're so stupid because you really thought. So I guess they thought that those Koreans, just because they were Korean, first of all, Asia has some of the highest education stuff in the world, like as far as their education. Various Asian countries. I would venture to say China and Japan is probably some of your most educated nations. And I ain't those were engineers and stuff. They had good degrees, and y'all so stupid. They the ones doing out. Who you think, first of all, is designing them cars, writing the programming, all that stuff, doing the engineering?
Not to mention they weren't the only people working there. You just up the jobs of the citizens that was living there and getting a job at the plant.
Let me help you out. Toyota has most of their plants in America, and so does Honda. I have a sneaking suspicion if things continue to go the way that they're going, they're going to pull those plants and put them somewhere else. Now those are Japanese countries. The problem with Japan is that they're an island. They don't have a ton of land mass. That's why sometimes they because those car manufacturing plants are huge. And a lot of Japan is already inhabited, and then the parts that aren't is very mountainous, so it's kind of hard for you to put. But don't think they won't go to another country.
They have other, and that's what America don't understand. There's other places. First of all,
go down in Brazil.
Other places they could go, baby. When Koreans was like, oh, okay, that's how y'all treat us. Bye. I'm like, ma'am, you didn't check what kind of immigrants did you think was in there? I'm not sure what you was doing. But you done tow up the economy right there, like in one phone call.
They'll be all right. Georgia gonna pay for that.
That's what I'm saying. It ain't gonna affect her personally. It affects the working people who maybe was working there. You know what I'm saying, or was banking on that business being there because now they want to move it out.
Yeah. Army Chickadee said, where are we on buying black only for the holidays? I'm all in. I don't plan on buying a ton anyway.
I'm so glad you brought that up.
I be holding on to my coins. I don't buy a lot for the holidays. A lot of times when I do gifts, I make stuff for people or things like that, but it just depends. But I don't really plan on buying a lot, but if I do, then of course, but I tend to lean towards black companies anyway. So
yeah, I don't know what the family's doing. Well, my mom is gonna be out of town, so then I don't know what Low family doing. I probably ain't gonna be over there. They just gonna be speaking Igbo all day. So I'm planning on. I'm having an event. I'm having an event.
I saw a video when the people was talking Igbo. All I could hear, all I could see was you sitting in the corner like.
Yeah, now I'll just be gone. I'll be like, all right, I'm out. I'm going somewhere. Let me go. Because I got work I could be doing. I ain't about to sit here and try to pick out these words.
And I couldn't understand it. I said, oh, I feel like Aisha.
I'm so glad you feel me.
Girl, I was so tickled. You could have bought me for 25 cents. I was up in here dying. Yeah, Janet, I ain't really been, if it's not a necessity, I ain't been fooling with it. I really haven't, Janet.
It's
Janet said
spending a
no,
lot
no
either.
spend November. I haven't really been, and I think most of the stuff that I need for my holiday meals, I think I have most of it, I think. So I'm just gonna try to, but yeah, if it, like I said, if I do buy something, I will buy black. But I'm also, I mean, I think a lot of times we vote with our dollar, and then sometimes I think these holidays is so overly commercialized. There's ways for you to do things
What
without
it is
having to
for?
spend
Just
all
be
this money.
free.
I told this chick, I said I got so much yarn and different things in here, and these little yarn earrings and different things is fashionable. I will sit up in here and make some stuff before I really go out, because I went to a football game. I had quit wearing my earrings but I went to, when I went to the game yesterday, three people where you get them from? Oh, made them. They was like, can you make us some? Give me your phone number, text to me. But yeah, so it's like I'm not
Not to
really.
mention handmade gifts are thoughtful and wonderful. I've seen people who do like little jars of stuff, like if they can put a cute little fabric something on
Yeah,
top and
yeah.
close it up. You could give little jams, jelly. Shoot, I've been
That was
gave somebody some
definitely
dry herbs or something like, here you go, some homegrown
that
dry
was
herbs.
definitely my granny. My granny was definitely, while she was canning, you knew when it was gift giving time, because she would start canning all the little jars.
Uh-huh. Because
And the
that's the
canner,
gift jar.
the water bath canner would be full of the little jars. And she would be giving those out as gifts, whether it was jelly, she like making preserves, jellies, jam,
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that. Army Chickadee said, hubby showed me what he wants for Christmas. I told him we ain't celebrating. He already got his present early. Oh, damn. Army
For the
Chickadee, what
culture,
did
hubby.
he want? Another motorcycle? Army Chickadee say she cutting Christmas. Uh she cutting Christmas trees out of cardboard to wrap in yarn for the nursing home people. Oh, that's nice.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah.
I know that people or like on TikTok, there's a huge like boycott the system, and it's only 1 week. It's supposed to be from I think I want to say November 25th, which is probably Thanksgiving or no,
I
right
don't know
before
what day it's
Thanksgiving.
on, but yeah, we get the
But
point somewhere
until
there.
December 2nd, and like I'm feeling the boycott energy. I just really feel like buying local and buying black needs to be a lifestyle for you, because if we're going to go purchase all our stuff and then not purchase for a week and then go back to replenishing all the shit we didn't buy
Yeah.
during that week, that's not
And
going to
especially buying
really
from all
make a
these
difference.
megalomaniac places. All
That's what
these
I'm saying. Like, but if you want to boycott something, how long can you really boycott if you don't know anywhere else to get your groceries from? You don't know anywhere else to get your deodorant from. You don't know anywhere else to get like essential things that you need for your life. Like, I don't know what to tell y'all, but my kids are definitely still about to grow out of their shoes. Just because I'm boycotting don't mean they not gonna grow out of their clothes and shoes. So unless I know some black people that sell clothes and shoes, you know what I mean? I will not be able to stay very long in a boycott. So I just wish I saw more people adding that extra piece to it. I feel like everybody's just like, don't spend, don't spend, don't spend during this week, or don't spend during the month. Okay, you don't spend during the whole month of November with the big box store. Where are you going to get the things that you need?
Yeah, I think that part of, because where they're getting this boycott notion from, it's not necessarily a bad notion, but they're getting it from civil rights. But I think some stuff from civil rights, I'm not saying don't do it, but we have to tailor it. And what do I mean by that? So if you think about civil rights, 50s, 60s, back then we still had a lot of black businesses. You see what I'm saying? We were shopping in our communities. So the lifestyle
Mm-hmm.
was different, because you know what I'm saying? So usually, actually, when black people would say boycott, yeah, they usually meant stop going up in Brooks Brothers, stop going up in, these big stores, Bloomingdale, stop going in those places.
Mm-hmm.
That's really what they, meant. And I think, like you said, we're gonna have to start throwing that in there because that's not so much the case anymore. Most people are shopping at these huge conglomerations, and
And don't even know the local, like you don't even
yeah.
know this local, and they struggling because you don't know about them, and you just go to Walmart
Mhm.
every day. Like,
Mhm.
I don't even shop at Walmart. I hate Walmart. So when they was like boycott Walmart, I was like, I can't even boycott somewhere that I don't be
So
at.
let me tell you something. The stuff got real yesterday because before the football game, we had an advocacy meeting, and they got to talking, and I told them, I said, well, I said, every time y'all get something from me, I said, I know y'all gonna get tired, but it's gonna be from the black perspective because that's the only perspective I have. I said, so let me explain to y'all. A lot of y'all have never had to uh, basically kind of vote with your dollar. A lot of you have never had to do that. Black people have to do that all the time. I said, y'all want to know why y'all never see me in Walmart? Y'all want to know why y'all never see me in Tractor Supply? Y'all want to know why y'all never see? I could go on and on. Target for sure. You don't never.
Yeah, Tractor Supply I used to go to. I think it was
Long,
the
long. I
beginning.
did too till I
Whenever
found out
I
how food is.
realized that they had donated to Trump administration, I was like, oh, I'm good on my money will not.
I'm up in here trying to get plants, and y'all giving the money to the man who don't want you to plant nothing.
Right. And I
So,
still was about to go there and get the little potato starts and stuff. They have some good stuff there, but I don't care. Like I'll
they
find
do,
it
but
somewhere else.
I'm the
And you know
same
what else
way.
they have around me is nurseries. Lots of nurseries. I can go to more nurseries, which are normally smaller, and support the nurseries, and they probably have potatoes too. Or I can go to Sprouts or the grocery, somewhere.
Yeah,
But
because I
I ain't
planted
even
me
been
some
to
grocery
Sprouts
store
in a
potatoes
while,
the
to
other
be
day.
honest. Fiesta. If you live in Houston, Fiesta has amazing prices and they have good produce. I would definitely plant anything out of there
Yeah, but
for
yeah, that's
sure.
why I said like, Lord have mercy these folks. But like I was telling them, I say, yeah, a lot of y'all don't ever have to think about that. And when I tell you,
Mhm.
they be in there like, I never thought of that. Yeah, I'm sure you haven't, because you ain't had to, because you ain't never thought to yourself, I'm white. I wonder, do they care about my patronage? You know,
Right.
I have to think about that. Army
And I've
Chickadee
been
said,
seeing a lot of, oh, go ahead.
well, let me back up. Janet said your dates was right. She confirmed it was November 25th through December 2nd.
December 2nd.
And
Okay.
then Janet said here in Houston we have a black grocery store.
And name it. You might know a different one than me, but I know I go to District Market and they also have Fresh House out here,
Okay.
and his house is spelled HOUWSE. Fresh House. I've been to both of those grocery stores. District Market is closer to me, so that's the one that I've even, like, if you follow me on TikTok or Instagram, you probably seen me post about them often because they right down the street. And they have more than just the food too. They have like multiple different black businesses in there. Some soap, some skincare. They carry the True laundry detergent in there. So instead of ordering online, I just go up there and get the laundry detergent. They have a lot of medicinal teas and stuff. The owner there, he's vegan, so he's very like health conscious. But I know that he keeps like clean food in his place. And then Fresh House, I'm pretty sure they actually have a farm. So when I went there, they had stuff in the fridge, like, carrots and collards and stuff like that in the fridge that
They
came
cooking
from
and
their
stuff.
farm.
Oh, okay.
So I love that. And they also had canned stuff in there too. I think I got some canned pickles, something like that. Because it was like spicy pickles and I want to try it. So yeah, Fresh House, District Market, those are two where you can get your groceries.
She said it
My
was fresh.
meat man it was
She
Fresh
was
House.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, yes, yes. So that's what I'm saying. So don't be talking about don't go to Kroger, don't go to da da da. Okay, well, where I'm gonna get my greens at? Because I'm still
Army
hungry.
Chickadee. Army Chickadee say, Aisha, this is what I do. Write out your list, and then I'd help you find a black-owned business option.
Oh, love that.
Yeah.
Okay, yes. Yes, I love that. I just started sharing on Instagram like the other day. I was like, hey, Y'all boycotting? That's what's up. If you live in Houston, let me tell you, you could call my meat man. He raised the beef. He processed the beef. We call him like once a month or every 2 months, and he delivers. So you can still have your beef. Fresh house. I said them, and then I also tagged the farmers markets. Right now, the Acres Homes farmers market is going on. I haven't checked on the Freedman Town Farmers Market, but that's one that's really good out here. That's where I found my meat man the first time. Was at the Freedman Town Farmers Market. He also sells eggs, and we got rabbit from him too. I think he got the rabbit from somebody that processes their own rabbits. But the kids loved that when we got the rabbit, so that was cool. And I think sometimes he might have goat too. But then the farms too, like there's a place called Hardy Farms. There's a black-owned farmer I just found the other day, and she said she's gonna start selling stuff. So I might comment below this video and just name, the black-owned businesses that I know about, like locally, and then obviously a bunch of these businesses ship. So
Yeah.
you don't even have to be local for some of the things that you need to
That's true.
support
'Cause some
a
stuff
black
you can
business.
easily ship, especially if it's not food.
Right. If it's not food, but you still
If
supporting a
it's
black
not
business. Or if
perishable.
it's, yeah, there we go. I was gonna say non-perishables can be shipped too, shoot.
Mm-hmm.
And it depends, because I see people ship out like peppers and stuff. I think Humble Servant Homestead be shipping peppers, depending on what how fast and how they package it and what you want. But
Yeah, they will. They surely will, especially those scotchies. Because I've shipped fresh peppers like to close friends. I shipped from here to California one time, and the peppers. I said, "Girl, when you get them, open that box, and I want to see what they look like." Because it really was kind of an experiment, and they looked fine. But I had just picked them. I picked them, washed them, put them directly in the box, and then because matter of fact, I think I shipped Army Chickadees some peppers one time, and they
I was
seem to
gonna
have
say, I
gotten
think
there.
on Etsy they'll sell like a box of hot peppers or a box of sweet peppers or whatever, and they ship them right to you. So
Yeah, certain stuff will
we
do
gotta
okay.
expand our horizons. Too, I
Yeah,
think planning too. That's the times when I don't buy black is when I haven't planned, because don't try to think it's Amazon. Okay. Don't
yeah.
try to order your dress for this weekend and it's
Oh
Wednesday.
yeah, I'm going to the
Okay.
club this
From a black
weekend.
owned
I'm gonna get this
business.
custom today, and she gonna
And you
sew
mad
it
at them
tonight.
because they're not Amazon. Right. Have respect for people's time and business now, and
Yeah,
try to do a
because
little more planning, because then you're just gonna run to the big box store when you don't have what you need and you need it fast.
yeah, because I know like my homecoming outfits, I always just about everything. If I didn't make it or create it or customize it or something, a black company did it. And a lot of time because like there's quite a few black companies in different, like a lot of these HBCU, like when you see these people making HBCU paraphernalia, the majority of them be black people. And so
Mm-hmm.
I always make
The
sure
Matt
I
lady, she makes
order,
commission too.
yeah, I always order early because I know that. I know that if it's a shirt, they're gonna have to screen it. If it's a sweatshirt that's embroidered, it's probably not sitting on the shelf made. It's probably
Right.
gonna have to be made. Now, every now and again, you get somewhere they're like, okay, it's shipping out in the next couple of days. But most of the time, they have to make that stuff. And like you said, you can't be like, oh, I'm gonna buy it the day before, and she gonna sew it.
I think one thing that people have to realize too, like when I used to be on Etsy. I don't really think Etsy is for the people anymore, but I have to tell people, like, you put your order in yesterday, that puts you in line.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I just want you to know you're not, and not trying to be rude. I appreciate you being my client, but you're not my only client. You're in line. Okay. I'm going to finish what I was already working on, ship that out. And then I will have people not read where it says a made to order ships within this amount of time. Ready to ship, and still ready to ship ships within 1 to 3 business days. I homeschool. Okay. I work.
yeah.
Do y'all think that somebody put an order in? I can stop everything I'm doing right now. polish it, pack it, and go straight to the post office. The post office closes at a certain time. They open at a certain time. That gives me a certain amount of time to get there. So it's like just understanding and reading through. I would have people put in an order and then DM me and be like, "Can you ship it faster?
Mm-mm.
I'm gonna send your money back."
Look, you don't even answer. They'll be like, "We funded."
Cause you don't read, you don't comprehend. You already disrespecting my shop boundaries. Cause I literally say, please don't put in an order and then DM me. If you need something fast, send me a message first, and I'll look at my workload and see if I can do. See, you already disrespecting the shop. I'm gonna send the money back, and people be shocked, like, "Oh, I ain't asked for my money back." Okay, but you came in here with a weird attitude. Like I ain't no slave. You know what I'm saying?
You ship
It's
it back.
I be giving people money back. Like, I ain't no, I ain't a slave to the dollar like that. I want to be respected and appreciated, just as I
I
respect and
think some
appreciate you
people
for
are not
shopping with
used.
me.
I think some people are not used to, because I get that type of treatment sometimes, but just in a different way. But I think sometimes people are not used to people who are either not hard up for money or whatever you want to call it. Because I have to tell people all the time, I'm not hard up for no money. I don't like. It's not like I need you to do whatever you talking about. I don't need your money
Like we're
that bad.
blessed. Like we're blessed. We'll be
And I
provided
do
for.
take it as
Never
a
is
blessing, but I'm gonna need
disrespect.
other people to just be like, understand that I'm blessed enough to not need you.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's never blessed me to let you disrespect me. That's not what a blessing is. Like nothing will come good of me letting you treat me how I don't like to be treated in my own shop. I'm the one with the skill. I'm the one who makes the jewelry. If you could do it yourself, do it yourself then.
Yeah,
If
because
you
I
can't do it yourself, treat me like you can't do it yourself and wait like I asked you to because you're in line. Like it's just
because
that.
I had
I've been hard for money and still respected myself. When I was pregnant with Anaya, I worked at Gymboree in the Woodlands. But mind you, I went to Sam Houston. So for those who are not from Houston, that's at least 45 minutes from my school, damn near an hour. So I would work. I'm pregnant. I would close the store. I always would close and then had to drive back to Sam Houston to go back. So there was one time we had like a big old sale or something. I think one person, I was supposed to have two closers with me. One person called in. It was just crazy. Like it was so busy that we couldn't clean during the day, like while people were still in there. We were just checking people out, checking people out, checking people out. So, and then this girl is a teenager, right? She just got her little first job. She a teenager. So we stayed an hour later, but her mom was outside waiting for her. And I also have to get all the way back to Sam Houston. So in the morning, like the next day, I guess somebody new was starting, and the manager called, and she's like, "Oh, this store is a mess, blah blah." So, well, somebody called in on me. We cleaned up as much as we could. I also let you know so that you could go in and help her out because she knew anyway. Long story short, this must have been her career, and this was just a job for me. So it gets to the point where she's like, "I don't want to argue. Do you want your job? Do you want your job? Bitch, you can shove this job up your entire asshole. That's what you can do." No, ma'am.
Yeah.
And I won't be in today. And I won't be in today because you'll never throw this old stank retail job in my face ever. Ma'am, I'm getting a degree. This is my regular job. It's your career. And no shade, but I don't care about it like that to let you throw it up. And I was pregnant. I got off the phone with her and cried. I was like, what I'm doing for that? But you're not going to disrespect me though. And I'm still fine. And Anaya still made it. Like disrespect will never bring you prosperity. Like it's just not. Unless somebody treats you like that, you just bring in more of that treatment. You literally like teach people how to treat you.
Yeah. I had somebody.
And I be like, no.
I had
People
somebody.
be surprised when I be like, no. Like they be like, oh, Aisha, yeah, I don't do that. And she had to have somebody call and get the key back from me because I'm a manager too. You forgot I had the key to the store? You so disrespectful. No, you can keep this job. Now you got to get somebody to call and beg me to come bring the key back at my convenience. Oh, Aisha, we were just wondering if when you
Girl, and I'm so
actually
slick,
if
I
you
might
could
would have told
bring
them
the
people
key back.
they come get the key. When do they want to come get it?
That's what
I
I'm
mean,
saying.
they come down to Sam Houston, come get it.
Now you're all sweet because you need your key back, but you don't know how to talk to people. Like, no,
Girl,
no.
that's funny.
Uh-uh.
Janice say humble servant. Homestead does ships, scotches. Let me go down some. Army Chickadee say what I'm looking for is a company that's black owned that makes sandwiches, basic pre-made that I can toast and serve. Okay, algorithm, get on it.
Oh, I
Tell
love
these
that.
people.
You know what? I did meet a meal prep girl. I met a black meal prep chef, and I went to this event called Boss Be Well, and it was I think all the vendors were black, but her particularly, I really liked her because she sells meals that you can warm up yourself, or she'll sell it like if you just want her to make you a little lunch right quick. She has like little $15 meals, and let's be real, if you're driving through to pick up something on your lunch,
You
you
gonna pay
probably
about
gonna
that
spend
anyway.
$15 anyway. But hers is fresh, it's home cooked, it's healthy or whatever. So I'll send you her. I don't know if she does sandwiches, but we can just all post because I find like even me being an event planner in Houston or doing wine events in Houston, other people who do that stuff in other places will start following me. So even just mentioning somebody who does meal prep and black in Houston may lead to, because I know you in a different area, but yeah, I would love that.
Yeah.
More meal prep. That will help us be healthier too, because that's another thing. Like, I don't know when we're gonna stop feeding our kids fast food, but it ain't. Are we still going to McDonald's? Because that's not food. Not
At
food.
all. At all. Did you
It's not
look? Did
food.
you know about the did you know about the there's a black woman that she had some going. She was like Betty Crocker, but before Betty Crocker, girl. And she was in Houston. Her company still exists, girl. Her I don't know if it's her children, her grandchildren, but they don't do like I Betty Crocker do cake mixes and all that. They don't do that anymore. They have a hospitality company. And I'm gonna try to
Hmm.
find the name of it, but they still in existence. They do catering and all kind of stuff. I went on their website and I can't think, but I'm finna look and try to see can I remember the name of it. But yeah, it was a black lady, and they was talking about how she was Betty Crocker before Betty Crocker was a thing because she was selling different mixes like
Yeah,
cornbread. I think it was cornbread mixes and different stuff like that. And I
that's
can't
so smart.
remember why her company stopped making that, but like I said, they still exist because they have a hospitality company. Um, and like I said, when I went on their website, they was talking about catering and stuff.
Hmm.
But I found this to be very interesting.
I love me a black owned business. Even the mat lady, I was like, I never met a black person that make doormats. I was so hyped. Like, and she got some funny ones too. Let me see if I can go pull it up because I was just laughing this morning at some of the mats that she had posted. Let me see.
I believe. Let me see. I believe I might have found it. I believe. Let me double check and make sure. But you gotta love it how. Yes, ma'am. I done found it. See the internet, boy. I'll give you that much about the internet. The internet is a special thing. It's a double-edged sword, though. Um, Lucille's Houston. Did Aisha freeze, y'all? Cause she looked frozen. Is she frozen
I'm
on you?
sorry. I'm
Oh
back?
no, she
Did
back.
I freeze?
Okay,
Okay, I'm
no,
back.
you good.
I could
But
hear you, but you couldn't hear me.
yeah, I know when it'll do that. I got you. I got you. But yeah, lucilleshouston.com. That
I
is
think I've
the
heard of
website.
Lucille's before.
She has a restaurant as well, not just her
That might
full
be what I
name.
heard of was the restaurant, maybe.
Her full name, let me see. It's a tribute to the legacy of culinary excellence started almost a century ago. Lucille's is a nationally acclaimed restaurant in the heart of Houston Museum District, which specializes in well-refined Southern cuisine with infusions of international techniques and flavors. Co-founded in August 2012. I think that's just the restaurant though. And it was by her. I think these are her sons. No. These are her great grandchildren. So the lady's name was Lucille B. Smith. She was an educator, a culinary innovator, and successful entrepreneur that founded her own food corporation. Today, the James Beard Award finalist, Chef Chris Williams, Chef de Cuisine. I can't pronounce this. This is an Asian name, Kang Huang. I hope that's. I apologize to the Asians. Continue to pay homage to her by replicating some of her most famous recipes by embellishing others to create innovative takes in Southern food classics. But yes, a lot of pictures of this lady, but her name was Lucille B. Smith. But yeah, they have a restaurant. They still cater, and it is in Houston, and it's black owned. And I said next time
Definitely
I was in
checking that
Houston, I
out.
was gonna go check it out because I heard the food was really good.
Definitely checking that out.
And it also has her story about her founding her food corporation back in the day. She attended Wiley College and Prairie View. She also attended Colorado State as well, but she graduated from Samuel Houston College, which is now Houston Tillotson University in Austin.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
it says she
I'm
used to
sorry
cater. She
better.
used to cater in Fort Worth, which is interesting. So she got some ties to the DFW too. Um, Said her husband was widely known as the barbecue king of the Southwest. So apparently they got some.
Okay.
Yeah, they got some. But yeah, I found her story to be very interesting and I'm glad to see that her great grandsons are continuing the legacy.
Come on, huh? I saw yesterday that it's a black owned egg carton company. I was like, oh, I wonder if he make quail egg cartons.
If not, they need to start. And
I'm
that would be
gonna
cute
message
because
him. I'm gonna
you
tell him,
might
hey,
can
make
get
some quail egg cartons.
yeah, because in the same space of 12 chicken eggs, you probably could get
A whole
18
bunch.
quail eggs or 24, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
People around here want to know if I'll be serving lunch. Short answer is yes, but I prefer a black owned option. Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah, for their business that Army Chickadee setting up a little off business. They
Oh, okay.
yeah, they well on their way. They got it going on. They got it going on. But I feel you that way. If you had some sandwiches, you could just toast them. That would be straight.
Bet you probably do have somebody near you, Army Chickadee. It's like sometimes you don't know what's all available till you start really thinking about it, being intentional about finding it. Because everybody else, the big ones, they almost like shove they stuff down your throat. It's like you can't think of no other, sandwich place but Subway because they always on the damn TV.
And Subway wasn't even the best. Quiznos was better, but they same
Quiznos was
difference.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, as far as being a white corporation and that type thing, but
Right.
Quiznos was better.
Exactly. That's
Army
what I'm saying.
Chickadee, are
Quiznos is another one that we all know about, but it's like we don't know about mom and pop, and their sandwiches probably fire, probably way better than that fake tuna they was putting in the Subway sandwiches.
Army Chickadee, are you asking if Lucille's has the gumbo zerb on the menu, or are you telling us? Because I haven't looked at the menu. I try not to look at menus because then that just make me want to get in the car and go to the place. So
I know. I'm like, I want to go
but
there. Shoot, I've been told
but
my daddy
I
wants to
don't know if
go
they
eat
have the
today.
menu or not. Cause see, they look like they got a Lucille Smokehouse barbecue, but let me see where this is at. Where is it at? Maybe they got more than one restaurant.
Maybe they got the husband recipe in that barbecue.
Yeah,
Have
this
you
the
ever
same.
canned baked beans before?
I have not. I've only just made them. I've never canned them.
I seen a
If I had,
recipe I want to try.
okay, I think you
Cause I
should
was
try
like,
it.
oh, I would love to bust out some baked beans right
Do they
quick.
want you to can? Do they give you the recipe for cooking the beans and everything, or just the canning
Mm-hmm.
process?
For cooking the
Okay,
beans and everything.
okay,
They
I
said it was
got
good.
you.
We'll see. I have a bunch of stuff I need to still can, but and so after this event, I'm gonna probably be back doing a lot of canning. Today I got a
Okay,
can for pineapples actually in a few minutes, but I'm about to tell the kids to juice the apples for me to make the process faster. And
yeah,
because
because
they've
you
been eating
can your
all of
pineapples and apple juice, right?
mm-hmm. And they've
Okay.
been tearing it up. My toxic trait is I can food and then I don't want anyone to eat it, so my pantry can look full. They be
Girl,
like,
I know. I see.
I always say yeah, but I be like, damn, that's one can gone. Oh, but that's what you call a working pantry.
Yeah, you just have to do what you have to do, child.
At least it's there for them to eat. Like we're not out. And I think pineapples are as cheap as they gonna get. Last year the cheapest was $2.50. This year I haven't seen less than $3. But
Okay. Yeah.
and I be trying to wait to get to the cheapest price I remember from last time, and
Yeah.
then buy a bunch and just can them. But this time I got them at $3, which is all right. The apples were on
Yeah.
sale.
Let me see. Let me. I'm going down. Army Chickadee says she gonna look into them sandwiches, but it's got to be black on.
I know that's right.
Oh, she said. Oh, okay. She already. Army Chickadee be on it, honey. It don't take her but 2 seconds. She said they got gumbo zerb on the menu. Lucille's do.
I might tell Anaya. So she's supposed to be finding somewhere for us to go. My dad wants to go eat in a little bit. And I always tell her, fine. And see, my kids already know. If she gotta find somewhere for us to go for somebody's birthday or just go eat or it's Mother's Day, she know it's black on.
Hmm.
That way, that's
Yeah,
one
she
thing. It's
said
like
they.
I don't
See,
eat
now I'm
out a
going to
lot.
go look at Lucille's menu.
She said, "Do
See,
not."
I said I'm going to go look at to see what
Oh,
they.
I'm gonna be like a night.
Because
You
now that she
know,
done told me that, now I want to know what's on the menu. See, now I'm nosy like that. It's already so many places in Houston I want to go already. I
right?
ain't if I go to Houston, I ain't gonna be able to do nothing but eat and go to the gym because I'm gonna have to eat and work the stuff out and go eat some more and then because I already got a list of it's a few places on there, a few.
That's how I was in New Orleans, but then it's a lot of walking. So I was like, shit, I'm eating and walking it off, eating and walking it off. It was the perfect setup for me to get rid of everything I was eating. Because I was like, ooh, I want to try the gumbo from over here, but also I want to compare it to the gumbo over there. You
Girl,
know what I'm saying?
ain't no way I could go to this place.
Wow.
I couldn't. You can't hardly pick. All of this stuff sound good. You can't hardly pick what to eat. The first thing, famous chili biscuits. I don't even know what that is, but it sounds good. It says
Well,
great
this is good.
grandma's favorite biscuit, house chili, cheddar cheese, and harissa cream. See what I'm talking about? Fried green tomatoes, oxtail tamales, boudin balls.
Ooh,
See what I'm talking about? How you supposed to pick? Bring me the whole menu, sir. I need the whole menu. I see the gumbo there. I see it down there. Ham hock, andouille, greens, rice. You can add shrimp or add oysters. Okay. Yeah, I don't know how you pick. They got shrimp and grits, catfish and grits, yard bird. And see, when they call it yard bird, you
what
already
is
know.
that?
You said, what's yard bird?
Yes.
Chicken. Because you used to raise them in your yard.
That's and they call it yard bird.
Uh-huh. Because people
I
had chickens
never
in their
heard of
yard.
that.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
fried chicken. That's Yardbird. It's fried chicken. You get white meat or dog meat. They got
Mm.
fish fry. They got Burberry chicken, pea cakes. Now see, that's a throwback. I hadn't seen that in a long time. Pea cake, you take black eyed peas and you make patties out of them. It's almost like salmon croquettes, but you use peas. You don't use salmon. They got braised oxtail, seared
My husband would
salmon.
love
See what
that.
I'm talking about? How are you supposed to pick? Just bring the whole menu, sir. I'm gonna need the whole
Right?
menu.
Like y'all,
But
do
yeah,
y'all have a tasting night where I could just walk around and taste all of it?
yeah, Shay make a good point. We gotta go in a group of 10 and share. She said, I'll get the oxtail tamales. You and me both, we gonna be fighting over them. Cause honey, ain't nothing like oxtail. I love oxtails. I can't afford oxtails. When I see
My
them people
husband
making
love
oxtails, they have
oxtail.
a whole pan of oxtails that says $4,000 worth of meat in it. Like, they have all
But
of them oxtails.
we
Because
don't
the
cook
oxtails
oxtails
on the
either.
menu, just the braised oxtails, that was because the oxtail tamales was the appetizer. The braised oxtails, $42. But I mean,
Mhm.
the
Because that's
meat,
how much
that's
it
what it
costs.
costs. That's what it costs.
And
Like,
then they cooked it for you.
exactly. And it's probably cooked to
So,
perfection. So,
mhm.
but yeah, it made me sick when them people got on TV and people got mad at me because I got in a comment section and got to telling them how, y'all take stuff that was considered trash. And when you see how you figure, you say, oh, the black people are doing, oh, look at how it tastes. And then now it's a boutique food now. Stuff that you was throwing away. The reason why we know how to cook oxtails in America and Jamaica is because that was slave food. The
Right.
white folks didn't want to eat the tail. Eat it for what?
Right.
So it's like,
Exactly.
oh, then we figured out how to cook it, and now it's boutique. It's gourmet now. And oxtails is $49 a pound. I made oxtails twice in my lifetime since the price has gone up.
I've never
My
made
granny,
oxtails before.
my granny used to make them all the time when they was cheap. When they were
Mhm.
cheap, she used to make them all the time. But then once I got grown, that's when the price.
Yeah, it's a
Let's
damn
see.
shame. That is another thing, though. It's a point that you bring up that I want to bring up because I do think that a lot of us feel like buying black means cheaper,
I pay for what I want.
and it's
Let me tell you,
not.
I had to
It's
tell
not.
somebody
Please don't.
yesterday.
And also buying black, like sometimes the price is like if you think about how in bulk Walmart gets their stuff as opposed to how in bulk a small business will be able to get their stuff, their price margin is very different. Also, their amount of time they putting in is very different. A lot of time these small businesses are one, two, maybe three-man show. You know what I'm saying? As far as like all the ins and outs of the business. And so like things cost money. We
Yeah,
can't expect I'm not saying just buy black and they disrespecting you, just buy black and your stuff be falling
I'm
apart.
gonna stick
Just
on.
buy
I'm gonna
black
stick
and
on
they have
service.
horrible customer service. I'm not saying that.
Shay
It
do.
definitely needs to be, you know what I'm saying, worth the money.
Yeah,
But
and the
understand
service,
that
because
things count.
sometimes your product is worth the money, but your service ain't. Because if your service is trash, I'm not fooling with you either.
That
I ain't
both
got
of them
time.
need to be in alignment for me to
Yeah,
come back.
yeah. Because you may get me once, but you won't get me twice. But I'm
That
gonna say this: I had to tell somebody in a car. It's a guy that I watch, and he was working for his local city. He lived in Georgia. He was working for his city. He used to drive trucks for his city, and since he had gotten all those CDLs to drive for the city, he said, "Well, shoes, I might kind of start buy my own truck and drive on the side." So he kind of started him like a tow company, and he was saying in one of his latest videos that he was moving this vehicle for somebody, because like I said, he started tow. He matter of fact, he don't even work for the city no more. He phased himself out of it, and he's fully his own business owner now. So he trying to help his friend, and he charged the friend a little bit lower price, and he was like, this is gonna have to be the last car, because the first car he got for the guy, it was easy to get. Then the second car, it was a little harder. Then this last car is damn near in the fucking woods. So it's like the person is basically, in my opinion, taking advantage of you because they know where these cars are and they know that it's hard to get them out of there because these cars, the guy goes and gets vintage cars and fixes them up. So we know where we find these cars. People have abandoned them. They not
Mm-hmm.
running. You can't just crank them up and drive them out. You got to drag them out. You know, it's not. It's muddy. It's ants. It's wasps. It's the elements. He said he was going to have to stop. This might have to be the last one. I said, no, here's the thing. You can continue to do business with him. I say, but I said, I'm telling you this because I love you. Don't discount your price. I said, because this guy's service is so good that he got this Mustang out of the woods and he didn't get a scratch on that car. Do you
Mm.
realize that a lot of people you would have paid them and they don't give a damn? When you get the
Right.
car, it's dented up, the windows broke. Oh, I don't know how none of that happened. You just told me to get the car. Where my
Well,
money?
it was in the woods. It's like it was not in the woods like that. You done tore it up.
You
You
done
tore
tore
it
it
up.
up. And yeah, I know
And
it's a
you know what?
project car, but I
Sometimes
didn't anticipate all this.
right,
Like,
when you discount yourself, you really bring in more of that type of customer. It's better to just wait for your real customers, people who really appreciate what you do. Unless that's
because
what
I
you
told
want. That's
him,
why I'll be like, get out of my shop with that bad attitude. Once you
because I
start acting
told
up, I'll be
him
like, no, no.
I told him, I said, sir, number one, you say you doing a favor for a friend. I said, really, are they your friend? Because I said, my friends, if I know, and the dude know you got good service, I say, you don't understand how many times I done got cars and I know the tow truck company is the one that damaged it, but I can't prove it. I say, if
Mhm.
it was me and you my friend, I would rather you have the money than to discount it. I said, don't discount yourself no more, brother. Do tell them, look, I love you. Here's the price. And they either want to fool with you or they don't. Now, let me say this. Now, this is a black man. And when he dropped it off to a white guy. And I'm in my head like, and when he dropped it off to the white guy's property, the guy got all these vintage cars. He done redone and fixed up. It's clear the man got the money.
He can
Because I'm
pay
here,
for
I'm here
that.
to tell you fixing vintage cars is not cheap. It's
So
not.
you mean to
It's
tell
not a
me he
cheap
got money
hobby.
for all them cars and stuff, but he got the money to pay you to drag that thing out the
That
woods?
was the third car he had done for him.
How
And
are
he
you helping yourself and you're not helping him because he fine. He good.
exactly.
He's saving that money so he can have more cars.
Yeah, so he can go get parts or whatever he needs to get from these cars that is obsolete. So
And
so
you doing
instead
all
of
that work to drag it. Mm.
and my thing is instead of giving the money to you, he'll rather he say, well shit, it's more I'm putting my money into my cars. I ain't gonna put it into your business. But see, let me say this then, and I love the dude who channel it is. He live in Athens, Georgia, and he loved the Georgia Bulldogs. I don't know how much y'all know about Georgia Bulldogs. Them the people who stole black people land just so they could have somewhere to put their stadium. They ran them black people out of their community so they could have somewhere to put their stadium. See, that's why it don't pay for you to. And I brought that up to him one time. I said, "Sir, you in love with the Georgia Bulldogs, but they in a lawsuit right now about eminent domain over some land that they stole from some black people, and those black people want reparations for that land, and they're fighting tooth and nail to not give it to them." I said, "So they have already let you." That Athens, Georgia, is so crazy. It's like the black people don't notice that the white people getting over on them. And I just be
Mm.
like, because he has done business with white people before, and I be like, you can't tell that they pretty much taking your money, but they don't care nothing about you. They don't care nothing for you. Now I ain't gonna lie,
And
the
they
guy,
bank on that. Like they literally think you ain't gonna never notice or understand or have the
or
guts
just
to say
ain't gonna say
something.
nothing. Ain't
Or
gonna say
that you
nothing.
need them. And that's why I'll be like, no, get out my shop. I had one lady, I sent her money back. She was like, oh my gosh, I didn't ask for your money back. And she was like, you're the only one that make these earrings. Okay, but you was not treating me like I was the only one. You was not treating me like
You was
that.
treating me like you could make them. So
You
maybe
was
you need to
acting
get
like
you
you
some.
can make them yourself so you can get
So
your money
maybe you
back.
should get you some, and you should make them.
You didn't think I had a choice, but I do. I'm not a slave. I have a choice.
Exactly. But it's
And he
crazy.
will
Let me
keep
see.
coming back to him and keep trying to get a discount until he stands up for himself. Like,
Will.
why shortchange yourself? My friends that have businesses, I pay.
Yeah, I've never asked for a discount before.
Like if that's what you
Not
do,
from, especially not from friends.
especially not from friends.
Shay say Esther's soul food on Shepherd is good. She
Mm.
said their drink oh, Shay telling us that the drink menu looks good too. Shay, I ain't looked at, see, let me see, y'all make me sick. Y'all over here looking at the
Hey,
stuff.
that's what I'm talking about, Shay.
Shay said I'm a connoisseur of a libation. She crazy.
Yes,
Uh,
you and Shay got to get together more.
he said I was just finna say you ain't got but one time to service you right, to service me right. Armored Chickadee say they went to Guyana, got to taste some pepper pot stew. Now they selling it in
Mm.
Target in a jar. I had no clue. I'm not
Who's
surprised
saying?
though. Pepper pot stew is good. When I found out about it, I made some. It's good.
I've
And
never had
I'm
it
going.
before.
Just found me a recipe as authentic as I could, so I could only imagine the real is
So
probably
you
real.
made it when you tried it?
Yeah, I found me a recipe and I made my own. I found a recipe
Mm-hmm.
online for it because I heard about pepper pot stew when I started researching the fish peppers and different pepper varieties. And
Mm-hmm.
then it started talking about pepper pot stew because you use some different peppers in that to make that stew. So I was like, oh, well, maybe when I grow these varieties of peppers, I'll be able to make this recipe. So, but yeah,
Hmm. I'm interested.
I could only Army Chickadee. Have you tasted that stuff in the can? Because I know you probably ain't tasted. I was finna ask, is it any good?
And do
It
they
probably,
sell it somewhere other than Target? Because you know we ain't in there.
girl, I ain't.
The cutest little girl with her little Target cart the other day in the video. I was like, she cute, but what we doing in Target, girl?
Wait, it was a chick on Instagram. Somebody was up in Target calling you the N word with a hard R several times over and over out loud. And I told her, I said, ma'am, he had no reason talking to you like that. I said, but see, this is why we have told you all we're boycotting Target. Stay your ass out of there. Target think you the N word too. I done
And
told
the
them.
experience that you're having is entirely your choice at this point because we done told you to stay out of there.
Like y'all done forgot. But see, it's
It
what you
was
say.
one lady at the
You haven't
beginning.
made
She
it a
was
lifestyle. You haven't made it a lifestyle. That's what it is. And you forgot and you had your butt back up in Target.
That's
Um,
what I'm saying. Now, and you know what the most thing I went to Target for was like the little shorts. They had the little cheap shorts that I could put because you know Mia wouldn't wear dresses till she turned. She wouldn't wear pants until she turned 8. Child, 8-year-old Mia wear pants now. Okay, her whole
okay,
life she would only wear skirts and
that's
dresses. Like
fancy.
baby, she done
Mia said
graduated.
I got to be free.
So I would go for that. Or when I had a birthday party to take them to, I would stop at Target, grab a little gift, get the bag. But it's not like I just used to be in Target all the time anyway. But they
That
do have a
wasn't my
lot of
main,
stuff.
it wasn't my main store.
No,
Janice said
but for
the same
me
thing.
now, I can get gifts from other places. You know what I'm
Janice said the
saying?
same thing happened in Jacksonville, Florida, American Beach. I'm gonna have to look that up. I think I know what you're talking about. And then Army Chickadee say, "Hell no." She said, "Mom sent me some, and I got it in the freezer for Christmas Day." So you're gonna bust out the pepper pot stew on Christmas Day? Is it a certain time of year that they usually eat pepper pot stew? That I don't know, or is it you just eat it whenever you want?
That's a good question.
Yeah,
And it's
that's what I would
one
like
of
to.
the weather is probably where you can go
Cooler,
for a
yeah.
long. It's cooler.
Yeah, I could imagine that being something
So
that.
I feel like it's a
bec-
summertime thing, ain't it? If it's peppers and stuff in there, like whatever the peppers is growing fresh.
Yeah, I mean, and let me say this: if I'm not mistaken, and somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, I think pepper pot stew is more of a Caribbean thing. So they don't really get called no how because they peppers
Right.
don't die
So they
no
can eat
how.
it
So
anytime, right?
anytime, but they do have certain stuff like, for instance, Roselle. When it really you start harvesting and they start making those drinks and stuff, it's around the holidays when they do that. So
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't
But
be
is that
surprised if
because of the growing cycle of the roselle?
probably. probably.
That's what my roselle
Um,
was blooming too.
because the roselle is really not the temp that does it, it's the length of day. And the length of day still shortens in the Caribbean. They just don't get cold because they're closer to the
Right,
equator. So they just don't
right.
get cold. But it's just
And
like
it's
with
towards
them
the
for
end of the
peppers,
year.
they peppers don't never die. But I imagine in the winter they probably be
Maybe
making
put
pepper
this
pot
in there.
stew and stuff like that. Because it is a stew. You have to cook it and really let them flavors come together when you make it. It's not
Mm.
like a 10-minute type thing. You got to let that stuff, almost kind of like braise.
Mm.
Army Chickadee said Christmas breakfast with homemade bread. Oh, that sounds good. I didn't know you
Mm.
made bread. I'm not surprised, girl. I done run into somebody. Clearly, I'm the only person not making bread.
No, I'm not making bread either. Anaya makes bread, if that counts. Somebody in my house makes bread, but she doesn't make it as often as I would like.
Sweet
But
Tomato
I
Vine
need to make
Homestead.
it.
Sweet Tomato
Sweet
Vine
tea.
Homestead. Somebody gifted her a bread make. She used to make bread before, but she
Yeah, I
really
would
making it now.
love a bread
She
maker. I
really
would
making
make
it
it way
now
more now.
because
Because
she
all you
got
do
it
is
to
put the
where
stuff in there and it does everything else, right?
baby, put it in there and stuff, stir it up, grease it, bake it. I mean, all that. I say, oh, you just put your ingredients in and it cooks it. Oh,
I'd have me a loaf a week if I had that.
would. And I think
Don't
the
make your
lady,
sandwiches, French toast, whatever, grit. You know what I'm saying? I,
yeah,
I would be. Now my daughter, she bakes stuff like focaccia bread, like the one with
yeah,
all the herbs on top,
yeah. I like
stuff like
focaccia.
that. And it's normally when it's her time to make dinner or something like that. So the focaccia bread gonna be made into some type of salmon sandwich or something.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
I just want to start doing like a loaf a week or something like that. Bake me a loaf on Sundays or something. Slice it up and whenever, because normally I'll just have the kids do sandwiches in the middle of the day. Sometimes if I still need time for something to thaw out or I'm still working on something, I'll be like, hold yourself over, make a sandwich because they spoiled child. I'll be cooking breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But
oh yeah, you're doing it big then.
on Sundays, I'm not responsible. That's why I'm live. Elijah is responsible for breakfast on Sundays. Anaya is responsible for dinner, and they hold themselves over in the middle. When I go in the kitchen, I'm prepping for the week on Sundays. So then
Gotcha.
I do breakfast and lunch every other day. But Anaya has a dinner day twice a week, and then Lo has a dinner day once a week. So even though I still got to cook pretty much every day,
Yeah,
a lot. They help me out too. It's just a lot of us, and we always hungry, so somebody got to cook.
yeah. Because somebody when child, I was talking about this at once again at the advocacy meeting because they was talking about these SNAP benefits and stuff, and I was saying I said, man, I don't really think people understand. They be like, oh, kids eat a lot. Yeah, they growing. Like, do you understand that they cells is dividing and multiplying and all this constantly? Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Because I remember when I was a kid, my daddy had nerve enough to say I eat too much. Negro, I know you ain't talking. I'm a kid. Yeah, I won't never forget that. Somebody I
I'm
eat too much.
eating to my
What? Because you want to
appetite.
feed me 3 crackers and you think I'm supposed to be good on 3 or 4 crackers? My mama told him, girl, she a child. I'm like 5 or 6. He telling me I eat too much.
He probably it sounded like he just didn't want to take the energy to get you nothing else to eat. Like, just be
The
happy
killer
with
part
this.
is daddy wasn't fixing the meals. Mama was. So I don't even see why he had an issue. He was just
Oh,
talking just to be talking. Let me say this. I love my granny too at a certain point, but understand that granny had 6 children and granny and grandpa, like, to me, they really didn't have enough money to have 6 children. Let me explain what I mean. Other than my daddy's oldest brother and my auntie, because my auntie was the only girl, those were the only two that ever got new clothes. Everybody else got hand-me-down clothes because they could not really afford to clothe 6 children. You see what I'm saying?
mm.
You didn't have enough. Like, you had enough money. Y'all, they was getting by, but you really did not have enough money for 6 children. You might have should have stopped
I
at 2 or 3.
think the
But I'm not
basic
crazy though.
training.
I'm not crazy because these men back in them
The basic
days, they'll
training.
ride you like a horse. They don't care nothing about they keep getting you pregnant.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like it was the lack of access or something to birth control
Contraception. Yeah,
as
back
much
then we talking about
because
in the
my
50s
granny
and
had
60s.
10 kids. One of my
Yeah,
grannies had 10 kids, even though on my mama's side there's 12 of them because grandpa had two other kids by somebody else.
outside true. Yeah.
Then my dad's parents had 15 children. I don't really believe,
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. I don't believe a woman would sit up there and choose to have no 15. I done
No,
had three, and I
no.
can tell you,
That was that
listen,
was that
you
was
get
lack of
tired of that. Ain't
that
nobody
was
a machine.
lack of contraception. I'm a chickadee credit. That was lack of contraception. My
Yeah,
great grandmother had 12. So, and I know what it was.
yeah.
Grandpa was in love with her because she was a pretty woman. I can't even front, but he
And
was
that's the thing
apparently
too.
riding
Kids
her
just
like a
be
damn
popping
horse.
out. Like kids just be
And I'm
popping
just
out. People be in a relationship and they love each other. Like I saw this one pastor, he was like, there go my wife, whatever, isn't she lovely, whatever. And here go our 7 kids, love our kids or whatever. He was like, yes, we have 7 kids. Not because I love kids, because I love my wife. That's what I'm talking about. Like y'all just be in a relationship, y'all be kicking it,
yeah,
and babies just be
yeah. Janet
popping
said it was
out.
9. It was 9 of them. Ooh, Janet.
See?
Yeah,
Janet,
it,
if
it
you
was
don't mind me,
it was
you a
my
boomer, so
mama.
you
My
probably like around
mama.
my mom's age.
It was my mama. She was like, after she had me, she said, "Girl, first of all, childbirth. Second of all, you was as a child. She said, I wasn't having another one of you. No.
Child,
She
I
was
only
like,
playing
one
one
was
out of three of
enough.
my kids.
And I remember as a kid, I went in my mama purse one time, girl. Thought she had some candy, because mama would have candy in there sometimes. Went in my mama purse. I said, Mama, this some candy now. I want some of these sweet tarts. My mama snatched. Said, ain't no damn sweet tarts. That was her birth trial. And I had seen mama. You remember back in the day, it was a little round thing. You press them out the back. And I
Yeah.
remember seeing mama taking that. I thought it was candy. I done went down in her purse. Mama, give me some of these sweet tarts. Mama said, give me that. You
Girl,
ain't no damn sweet tarts.
mama knows what she doing, baby. She wasn't having no more
Baby, you
baby.
weren't playing. Mama wasn't playing at all.
I only planned Elijah.
You say that's the only one y'all playing?
I
I
got
can see.
pregnant with Mia on birth control.
Yeah, it's not 100%. It's not
Clearly.
100%.
Yeah. She was like, baby, I'm coming. I don't give a damn what y'all talk about. She done bust up in here, okay? And steady busting through our lives.
Army
She's
Chickadee
so
say
mad.
Marby, ginger beer, and sorrel Christmas drink. Army Chickadee, do you make ginger beer? I know
On Christmas,
Clausen
what?
World
You
made
said
some.
sorrel
Marby,
ginger beer. I love ginger beer.
Marby. I love ginger beer too. I've never had Marby. I've heard of it.
Those are
Um,
Christmas drinks, you
yeah,
said?
Christmas drink.
Can you describe that first one you said? Army chickadee. Can you tell us
Yeah,
what that is?
yeah.
I haven't heard of that.
Let me see. Yeah, my late husband used to make the pepper pot stew. He was from the Bahamas. That's Janet.
Mm.
You hear them play? They playing. They sound like they fighting, don't they?
I
They
thought somebody was
playing
looking
though. They
for
not fighting because they don't fight each other. They playing. They our family.
they're being
And the
verbally
mama
happy.
Iris in there with them. She instigated. Iris,
That mamas can be fun sometimes too.
baby. You hear that? Uno, and all of that's Uno. All of that barking. That's Uno. Chill out. Janet said, yeah, said he was from the Bahamas. I see you, Janet. She had a Bahamian man. Army Chickadee gonna put them
Yes.
horses. She put them horses up. I said something about these men. Let me see. They are popping it out here. I guess it's to replenish the race. I guess so. But I guess, I mean, more power to them. Diva did the same thing. I had to drink a raw egg. Oh God, the texture alone on the egg to like a
Why?
raw egg
Why do you have to drink a raw egg?
to throw up. I didn't know. Yeah, because I think the
Oh,
texture
to
was
get
maybe.
rid of
Oh,
it.
she
Oh,
wanted
because you
Army
took that
Chickadee
birth control.
apparently. Yeah, I get, but she could have just. I don't think one would have hurt you. I don't think one. Did you eat a bunch of them or just one?
Look, if you
She
thought it was
said,
candy, you might have ate the pack.
Army Chickadee say yes, she's making both. Tell us what Mobby is, Army Chickadee. She said, I took my mom, birth control pill as a child.
But you
I don't think,
can't just stick your finger or something in there.
girl, maybe that wasn't working. I don't know. I know
Oh,
that
my
it,
egg.
girl,
I ain't
I
never
think
seen
I would
nobody
have
piece
just
out egg except for people when they like even on TV. Like on TV when they act like they about to work out. And I'm like, is that real? Do people do that in real life?
back in the 70s and 80s, you can do it now. But I mean it works,
Mm.
it's protein. But most
Mm.
of the time when people do it now, they blend it up with other stuff,
Yeah.
not just eggs. Like how you see in the movies. Like when Rocky and them used to do that.
Yes.
Yeah.
What did Rocky put in there? More than
Eggs.
just egg?
Eggs. I don't remember him putting nothing else in there. Eggs.
That's what I was. Ooh.
But like
It's
now I've
so
seen
nasty.
people do it where they mix it up with other stuff so that they can't taste the egg. But I don't know if that's but like I mean, I don't think all that's required. That's just like back in the day when people used to put mayonnaise in their hair and stuff like that. You can do that now. It works, but there are other products other than mayonnaise. Which one of these children do I need to say hello to? Hello, Mia. Hello, Anaya. Hello.
Elijah,
Last but not least.
he's going to cook, and he was asking me
Okay,
something.
Elijah, make sure you have my plate ready.
Mm-hmm.
Have my
He
parts
made
out.
breakfast sandwiches last Sunday, and the baby they was a hit with the kids. So
What kind of what he put on them, girl? I may need to put in order.
sausage,
Tell him Armor
eggs.
Chickadee got some orders if he can make those and make them ready to be toasted.
Okay. Yeah, because that's what he did. It just had, I think, like sausage, egg, and cheese, but he toasted them and stuff. They was feeling it. So,
Yeah,
and
I
we be
mean,
telling him because when he
that's
first,
just like drive through, but at home, girl, you can't beat me for a good old
it's
sausage sandwich.
better. It's better to me at
Yeah,
home than in the drive-through.
Mama
You
used to
know,
do that
when
all the
Elijah
time.
toasted sandwich, he put a little butter in there.
Yeah, Mama used to do that all the time. Make us a sandwich sausage and a sandwich, a sausage sandwich, and then you know, get your paper towel, wrap it up, eat it in the car. Let's go.
I was just about to say when I used to catch the bus, we would get the boxes of the sausages, and we
Mhm.
would boil that sausage, stick it in the bread, and take that thing to go. Look, his is more fancy than that because it got egg and stuff on it. Mine just had
Yeah,
the sausage and the
mine didn't
bread,
even
and I
have
used to be
egg. It was
happy.
just sausage. And then if it was she might would toast it, and sometimes might wouldn't. Sometimes you just get you some light bread and going on.
Mine was never toasted, never, and I was happy, happy and fed.
Okay. Mabi is made from the bark of a tree. You steep it in hot water and it's a bit bitter. Okay.
Oh,
What kind of tree is it? See,
good
look at
for you.
me asking
Probably
questions. It's
good for
probably
you,
some kind of tropical tree that I can't grow.
right? Is it any health benefits to it? I would love to know. I feel
Probably.
like tree bark probably got some
Probably
good stuff in there.
Caribbeans tend. I find that usually Caribbeans always is consuming. If it's something in that bush they consuming, it's got some benefits. But that's
Yeah.
just
Even
like
and sometimes they might not even know all the benefits, but just
yeah,
living off the land like that, you
yeah.
getting all the medicinal properties.
Just like root beer, not this commercialized stuff they make now, but the original root beer when they use the root of I think it's the sassafras tree that had benefits to it. You know, this commercial
Mm.
stuff they have now, I don't think it really has any sassafras in it, unless you get
Mm.
like if you find a small bottling company that you know these small soda companies that make stuff, theirs probably does. But like A&W, girl, that's sugar water. They ain't got nothing in it.
Yeah.
Like so, but yeah, that's crazy though. But let me see what time it is. Yeah, girl, I guess let me get on by my day, girl. Ugh.
True, me too. I got some canning to do, and my dad is in town, so he wants to hang out.
All right, hey, daddy. Ask daddy, did he go to? No, I was finna say, did he go to Texas Southern's game? But they didn't play at home. They played in Alabama.
Mm-mm. But you know he at Texas A&M.
He was a Texas A&M. Okay,
My
I got you.
husband graduated
I'm,
from Texas Southern, but he went to Sam Houston for every year but the last year. So I feel like he kind of like a hybrid. Like he really be at Sam
oh
Houston
yeah.
homecomings. And I'll be like, you got the degree from TSU. Plus I know they homecomings be popping. Plus I have a whole bunch of classmates that graduated from TSU too. So I'll probably gonna run into some people. You know what I'm saying? So let's go to both.
Yeah,
I'm trying to get
yeah.
to all of them, you
Girl,
know?
I watched the clips. I watched the clip. I got home from the game. I watched the little clips. Girl, Texas Southern band. Ooh, Lord have mercy. Girl, they over there playing. Do you hear me? Them kids is not playing. They is not playing games. Look, I finna say them ain't no kids. There's some grown people over there. They grown.
Okay.
Girl, they the whole score from Wicked. I've never seen the movie Wicked. It's on my list to watch. I have not gotten to it.
They
But
about to come out
when
with
they
a
was
second
playing,
one.
I say the first one, I think it's the second one they
Wicked
did
is
the
about to
music
come up.
for.
Oh, they did the music for the second one?
Nah, they
They
played
played
the
the
music for
music?
the first.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they played.
Okay, okay, yeah.
And I wanna say they played the whole score, but girl, I didn't know what it was because I haven't seen Wicked. So, but when they started playing as a musician, I was like, what y'all playing? This is something. And I'm talking about that sucker was long. And understand, like a lot of people, if you're not a musician or don't know much about HBCU marching bands, we don't rock with music like the white schools. We don't. Everything is memory. You memorize everything. Girl, that song
Mm.
had to be about five minutes, and when you're playing, that's pretty long. But they, like I said,
Yeah,
it's like they
that's a long
played.
time.
Yeah, it's like they played the overture. You remember back in the day when they used to do overtures, they would put together little pieces of each song that's in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, whoever wrote it, I think they head band director wrote it. Killer. That dude can write his ass off. Second of all, for them kids to
Nice.
memorize all of that. They memorized every piece of that music. I say, and it was played spectacularly. I said, "Ooh,
Ooh, that's
come
impressive.
on, Texas Southern." But that, like I said, that
Okay.
dude that's over there, he on another level. He my age. He may be 39 or maybe 38, 37.
Okay.
He close
Mm-hmm.
probably. Yeah, he owned it. I say yeah. He when they came to us this year, they played us this year, and I told him, I said, y'all sound good. I said, I don't know who all writing all this music. He was like, well, it's a combination of people. I say, well,
They
they're writing
doing
this
it.
music. It's on. I say, cause it's
Baby.
hidden. Cause it's a song that we had Aaliyah try again, dust yourself off and try again. Our arrangement straight, girl, they arrangement kicked our arrangement ass. I told him, I said, yeah, y'all's is better. I say, I used to march in that band. So if I say it's better, trust me. I'm over here. I was sitting in my seat. I was turning like this. But nah, it's all love though. I'm grown now. I ain't no little kid. Like I had to tell these people, they be, I hate this school. You better not hate too many black schools because they're trying to close them out. So uh, let me read these last little
Yes.
comments. Joint health. Okay, these are the health aspects to Mobi. Joint health, arthritis, lowering blood pressure, and improving digestion. Haiti
Wow,
and the
that's good.
Dominican Republic are two of the largest Korean exporter of the bark and the leaves. Okay, cool.
Hmm.
Janet say have a good day. You have a good day too, Janet. We about
You
to get
too,
off of here.
Janet. Thanks for joining.
And Army Chickadee, she said it's a kind of herbal tea made by boiling the bark of the Colubrina elliptica tree with sugar and spices. Okay,
Do you
cool.
drink it warm? That's my last question. It sounds like tea, right? Like you drink it like a
I
tea?
do think
Or you
they, from what I
let it
know,
cool
I
down?
do think it's warm. I think it's warm, but I'm gonna
It's
let Army
also
Chickadee answer the question.
digestion. You know, the warmness helps with digestion too.
Yeah. I think they do it like because I think they drink it like sorrel because sorrel is typically drunk. It's warm. Like when they make it as the Christmas drink, it's usually warm.
Mm-hmm.
But I
Nigeria
think they
make
do
a drink with the sorrel too.
Zobo. Yep.
Yes. Yep. That's it.
I
That's
know just
it.
enough to get me in trouble. Look, like I tell people, I have to know a little bit about everything, honey, because I'll never know who I'm gonna run into.
Fact.
Because you be surprised, you can make little connections like that, and people be like, oh, it be little
Mhm.
stuff. It be the little
And
stuff.
they're happy that you know something or that you
A little
interested
bit,
like in the
a little
culture.
bit. Yeah,
It
you
opens
interested.
people up.
You be interested enough to have known that prior to, or whatever.
Hmm.
But
Well, y'all
yeah,
don't forget to come back and comment below the black-owned businesses. All the
definitely,
black-owned
definitely.
businesses y'all know about. Comment below so we can make it a lifestyle. I try to go black,
Yeah.
then I'll go small or local. And then if I
Mhm.
pick a bigger company, I'm like, well, do you kind of maybe give a damn about something? Like I liked Ben and Jerry's, but now Jerry done left. Jerry said they can't speak up no more, and he out
Yeah, I saw
because
that.
that
I
was
I
what
saw
it was based on. And I'm like, dang, that was one of the reasons I bought Ben and Jerry's ice cream is because they always spoke up for different things that were going on. And you don't really
that.
find a lot of companies that will still
That'll do
do
that.
that.
They didn't give a shit. Let me
They
tell you
didn't give
this.
a shit.
Let me tell you this. Now, this is not black owned. It is white owned, but it's similar to Ben and Jerry's, but it's a spice company online, and they'll send you stuff wherever. It's called Penzies Spices, and I'm gonna type it in the chat so that the people know how to spell it. But
Okay,
they
then
are
text it to
they
me because I
they're
can't
in
see
the
the chat.
same area as Ben and Jerry, because wasn't Ben and Jerry like in Seattle or something like that? This company
Mhm.
is up there too, and you can get all type of different spices, but they're the same way. They speak up because it'd be so funny. They'll have sales based on like something these politicians be done did something foolish, and they be making fun of them, and they'll put stuff on sale. They like, so they sales have a theme, but it always be them making fun of when these people do stupid stuff, like when they
See,
cut
that'll
these
make me want to
benefits.
shop there.
Yeah, and see, they be like, oh, so they're cutting benefits. Grocery prices haven't gone down like they said they were gonna go down. Okay, we'll have a sale. You can get your herbs and stuff from us. So,
Hmm.
but
I love that.
they have a lot of good stuff. They have like stuff that they cater. Like they have a sandwich sprinkle, and it's a bunch of different herbs in there, and it's good. You can sprinkle it, but you can sprinkle it on a salad. You can put it in your food. They have
Okay.
all kind of stuff. They have a website, and like I said, they run sales all the time, but they speak out a lot about their stuff that be going on too. So I like that. Like I
Hmm.
said, they're not white owned, but they are conscious, and they're ethically and morally conscious about the
I
way
mean,
they
we
do.
won't be able to get every single thing that we need black owned right now. That's why I say, like, try black, then try, local or small, then try somebody who maybe you big, but you give a damn about
Yeah,
something.
and this company is not a big company. They are small. Like I said, they're just not black owned, but they are morally. They have a moral compass. So, but definitely, y'all, like she said, comment down below if you know of some companies, and you want to share with the people, because people do read the comments. And
Hmm.
but we gonna get out of here, and y'all come next week on Aisha channel. Don't forget,
Yeah,
unless hell freezes over, we should be over.
we shall be here if the Lord say the same.
I know. All right, y'all. See y'all later.
Hey, peace. Thanks for
Bye.
joining.